I muted the mic. The mic was muted. So everything I just said, no one heard, huh? Okay, let's start that again. Welcome to tonight's. This is really my first of what I hope to be a every first and third Monday live show, not just a stream. I'm trying to figure out a way to turn this into somewhat of a show so we can have some entertainment. I can show you guys some stuff. Hopefully people can learn some things. Is it working now? Is the audio working? Still no? Okay, hopefully the audio is working. But I got a bunch of things that I want to share with you guys. I even made like this long intro that I wanted to play for everybody to have a chance to get here. But we've already got a lot of people here. So I'll just show you what it was real quick. We'll just like 30 seconds. And then I'm going to talk a little bit. And then we're going to bring in our first special guest. And as the show progresses, I am going to be announcing the winner of my very own Insta360 One X. And I want to talk a lot about 360 cameras tonight, and that's one of the reasons I invited Kelly from Ready Set Drones to join me, because he started dabbling in them, and I like his excitement because it reminds me of me when I first started messing with them myself, and that is contagious, and that contagiousness is what I want to share with you guys hopefully tonight. And be aware that the chat is going a little quick, so if you tag my name, there's a better chance I can see that you're talking to me because it'll highlight me orange. Or obviously, if you super chat, then it big bold highlighted thing, I can see that as well. So if you have a question and I miss it, try to tag me a couple times, and I will do my damnedest to get with everybody on that. So let me show you this quick little 30-second clip. This is what I was gonna do, and I might do in these. Maybe I'll start the show a little early, like 5 minutes early, and play something like this. I got these arcade machines behind me, and how the hell do I share that? Now we'll talk over this. The audio sort of sucks, but my theory was I would just play the game and you guys could watch as people join the chat. But we've already got 39, 40 people in here, so we're not going to sit there and bore you guys with some Dig Dug. Although I did get really far. I got really far, I promise. All right, so let me first brief you on where this show is going to start going in 2021. This is not just going to be a live stream. It's going to be a show. I'm trying my damnedest to turn this into a show. I'm going to be inviting a guest on hopefully every time I do this, starting, and I'm so happy to bring Kelly with me as my first guest to do this, because he has turned into an incredible friend. And what I said earlier about everybody getting to know each other in the chat, everybody getting to know each other through these live streams, not just on my channel, but other people's channels. Kelly and I became friends because of YouTube. It's so crazy how this platform brings us all together. And some of you know who Ready Set Drone is, and the ones of you that don't, get ready to introduce for me to introduce him to you, because I'm going to be interviewing him tonight prior to us giving away this camera. So don't go anywhere, because if you're not here when I announce the winner, you don't win it. That's just how it works. So sorry about that. So without further ado, let's bring Kelly Shores into the stream.
Hello. Hey, how's it going, Sean?
What is up, Kelly? How are you?
That was a fantastic introduction. Thank you for pointing out my enthusiasm. I am enthusiastic.
Yes, you are. Else. Yes, you are.
Hey, and I got your stickers, and they are all over my laptop now. So thank you. If you guys want World of Oz and Sean Oz stickers, you got to get them from him because they're pretty cool. And he now made them in pint-sized stickers, little teeny ones.
Those are all over the mountain after today. I'm going to tell you a little bit before we get into the interview. Let's talk a little bit, and I'll share videos with you that I've been bragging about. I put together in 10 minutes. I edited all this stuff together right before the show started, and I can't wait to share it. But let me show everybody what you're talking about with the stickers real quick, because I'm very proud. I've actually got my own Etsy store now instead of using Teespring and all that other stuff. So it's nice. Much more personal.
Yeah. Well, and you guys, I mean, everyone here knows what a good artist you are. So the artwork on the stickers it's very, very cool. Especially, I love the snowboarding guy. Like that's the coolest one.
My snow, and I can tell you, let me grab them real quick. I got so much I can tell you. So much I can tell you.
Well, and I'll keep everybody entertained by telling them that I could kick Sean's ass at Dig Dug, just for the record. He doesn't have the headphones in right now, but you can mention that in the comments. I just told everybody I could kick your ass at Dig Dug.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You know,
I got it in my room. I play it a lot.
Actually, so I had an arcade system at my office for a long time. I ended up giving it to my co-founder because he was moving, and he was very good to me, so I let him take it. But the game I loved the most, that I would play the most often, actually there were two. One was Robotron. You ever play Robotron?
Oh, yes, I have.
I mean, it's just crazy, everything coming at you all at once. And the other one was this game called it was either Quicks or Kicks, and you basically were a little line, and you had to make you had to take over sections of squares before these little things would zap you. That game was awesome, addictive.
Yes. And they made that for your cell phone. You just sort of flip it with your finger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was like the full-on arcade version.
Yeah,
but,
I remember that. Definitely. Let me show everybody about these stickers. So these are the little guys. So the difference when you're doing these stores like Teespring, they fulfill them for you. But I've been getting them made. Like I'm drawing them. I'm having them made. You can't really see what that is. So let me get the bigger one out. And I've got all these bags of stickers. So when you guys actually order stickers, can you even see them?
They come straight from you, direct.
Yeah, and I'm trying to draw, like, as long as I'm new at this and there's time, I'm drawing tiny little sketches and little pictures on the envelope to personalize it and all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, and that is a nice Underdog shirt. John Coopy said that. I know you're an Underdog fan, and that was one of my very favorites when I was a kid.
Underdog, you know, if you really wanna get under my skin, call him Mighty Mouse. I like that. It's Mighty Mouse, right? Nah, it's Underdog.
That's horrible. Underdog. I remember totally. And Polly something.
Sweet Polly Purebred.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
And Simon Bar Sinister. He was the bad guy.
That is right.
And I don't know if you know this, but the Butthole Surfers actually do a cover of the Underdog theme song.
I do. I have that cartoon album that came out a long time ago. Yeah,
exactly.
I guess it was a CD.
Done punk rock. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. I love the Sigmund the Sea Monster remake.
Yes.
I can't remember the band that did it, but it was so good.
I don't either, but I had that same CD actually.
So let me just say hi to some people in the chat real quick. It's hi everybody in the chat. Everybody is in the chat tonight. So instead of going through and listing everybody out, you all know who you are. We got everybody in there, and I'm so stoked to see everybody already. I mean, I am stoked. Look at this, 51 people on here.
Dude, you're doing great for your first show out of the gate. I mean, this is awesome.
I am so excited right now, and I really, like I said, I'm gonna be turning this into a show. Kelly, I told you briefly that I'm gonna interview a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, he did not get the questions.
I did not know. Hit me hard.
Yeah. Here's the deal. I want to bring on people from all sizes, big YouTube channels, small YouTube channels, and interview them in the middle of the show. We're going to talk about camera gear, obviously. We're going to talk about FB gear, obviously, 360 drones. I'm going to update you guys on the Mavic Mini situation, the 2 that fell out of the sky. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I didn't know about that, but
I'll brief you on that.
I was going to tell you real quick. I actually, it was kind of cool the other night. I think it was Sunday night or no, that would have been last night. Maybe it was 2 nights ago, Saturday night. Anyway, I ended up jumping on Jonathan Buckhouse's live stream and watching him for a while. Yeah. So, to your point about people making friends on YouTube, I actually was in the chat and he shouted out to me. He said, hello, we've only met that one time before, but I really want to learn to I want to go snowboarding with you guys and pick up some tips and tricks on that, because Sean said this best. And actually, you saw it. I snowboarded last Sunday when it snowed here in Austin.
That was great.
Did you see me go down the hill?
I did. I thought it was. I was so bummed I didn't see it live.
I didn't even have my board boots on. I was just wearing hiking boots. Like you'd be
fine with that. But you do, if you're starting to do any kind of tricks or jumps or anything with regular boots on, you got to be really careful because you can break your ankle. So
no. My whole thing was just don't fall down. That was don't fall down in front of all these people live. But it was awesome. Yes. And this is what I said as I was going down. I said, Sean Oz gave me the best compliment ever. He said he's not a bad snowboarder for a Texan. And I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Well, keep in mind, I was a Texan when I moved up here. And I'll tell you, today was the best day of the season so far. We got about this much snow at my house. And when we got to the mountain, there was this much snow. I have no clue how that happened, because where the mountain is from my house. It's 4 miles.
Yeah, it's not very far, but it's up a ways still, right? A little bit more elevation.
Definitely much more elevation.
Was that a Arapaho or which one?
That was Keystone, the one we brought you to.
Yep.
And nice. I'll show you where I'm going to be bringing Ed to. I've got a little video clip of that too. I wanted to Ed might be joining us later. So
don't kill Ed. Don't kill Ed. He's still learning.
He's excited, man. He is so excited about this trip. He's practicing his longboarding and all kinds of stuff. Let me before we get to, you know what? Before I get into the interview, let me show you these clips. You're gonna love this. Let's talk 360 stuff. Since I am giving away the 360 camera, and I'm telling you, I spent all night last night going through every single comment on both of those videos. Some of you got it right on one video and didn't even enter on the second video. And each video tells you there's 2 videos you have to leave comments on. And so I'm bummed to see those guys have no chance to win.
For the rules, guys. So
I am, and I've narrowed it down. I went through. I'm not going to show you guys everything here, but there's lots of stuff I wrote down. I really went through this. I spent hours doing this, so I'm sticking to it. So you have to be here. So if I've narrowed it down, let's say to 5 of you, and only 1 of you is here tonight, it's instant winner, right? But there are more than one person got it right on both videos. So
and this is tell you who yet. The Insta360 1X.
Yes, it was 2 videos about the Insta360 1X2. It was the original X2 versus, the original X1 versus the X2. And then I did a very, very deep dive on the X2, showing you all about it, the settings, everything like that. And you had to actually post on both of those certain hashtags. I hit hashtags all through the background here. And a lot of people overthunk it, right? They would go through and write the timestamp of every single time it moved, when I was like, okay, there's 4 spots, only name the 4. And then in the second video, I went through and actually corrected and made it pop up on the screen of what one of them was on the first one.
Okay.
To give people the chance to go back and edit their entries. And I saw one person did that, and he got it right when he did that.
Wow. All right.
But it's you have to get them right on both. So 360. We're going to talk about that for just a minute before we interview Kelly. And I really want to get into this interview, so I don't want to go too far because I know you're limited on time tonight, Kelly.
Well, so it's at bedtime. I'm old. It's late here. So I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. So 360 cameras change the way you think. Okay. Now, I know that sounds weird. They change the way you think because you have to think differently in the way you film. Today, I went out with Jonathan and Benton, and hopefully one of them jumps in. Hopefully Benton jumps in the chat. Let me text him. He should jump in the chat because he's going to be in this video I'm about to show.
And just real quick, while you're mentioning that, I don't know if you've seen it or not, Sean, but Ed Ricker made a pretty awesome video about the invisible drone. Have you seen that one?
Yes. I want to talk about that too.
Yeah. That really got me thinking about how awesome it would be. If, I mean, I've never seen footage like that before, and you literally can't tell that. It just looks like a camera flying through the air with no blades, no body. Normally when you see those 360 cameras mounted to drones, you see the drone, which is actually pretty cool as well. Yes. But this one, because of the way it's mounted right on the frame and just above and below it. Oh man, it looks so awesome. And
real quick, Ed's coming out here and I'm talking to Insta360. I don't want to get my hopes too up. They're talking to me about sending me one of those FPV drones with the 360, as well as the new naked Insta360 1R. It's a very thin. And
that yet? Yep, I've seen it. Yep.
Now I told him I don't have a drone to fly the 1R, but since Ed's going to be here, we'll hook it up to his and we'll make a collaboration video on my channel, and he can make some videos on his channel with that, and I'll keep the drone. So because
it has a few already. So
yeah, he's got plenty of those.
You're still flying the Tiny Hawk a little bit?
I am. I just haven't had much time, and the batteries die in 2 or 3 minutes when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
I went out. God, it's been a few weeks now, and I charged everything I thought the night before. Went out there and I hooked it up, and like in 2.5 minutes it was dead. And I was like, I must have forgot to charge them, and then it clicked on how cold it was.
The cold is definitely bad for the batteries.
But the only one I'm flying now is the Tiny Hawk Freestyle. That thing's fun.
Yeah, and that you can fly outside as long as it's not too windy. You almost have to fly it outside.
Yes,
indoors, but that's kind of tough.
Yeah, definitely. I'd cut somebody with. And I'm glad to see that you guys are saying my audio is in sync. I paid to get internet speeds of 600 download and 15 upload.
Nice.
So hopefully that helps. And I also am not hooking my 26-inch monitor to my MacBook, because I think that it was hogging some of the juice to power the monitor and was messing with my signal.
So we're at your house now, right? This is your home office. Okay, you're not doing this at the shop anymore.
Not anymore. This year, I'm going to try really hard to hire some people.
No, I think I remember coming into this room, the office you have set up at home, when we were there for Spin Down.
Yeah, and it's come a long way since you've been here, but I'm so bummed you can't make it with me and Ed, man. I'm so bummed.
Yeah, I think I shared. I just got a really bare bones staff at work right now, and my spring is just crazy busy.
I feel you, but the offer is there if something changes. So
I appreciate
you're always welcome. All right, so what we were talking about, 360 cameras. When you're filming with a regular camera and it just points one way, like what you're looking at right now, you think differently. Like, so you're pointing it at what you want to film, right? So with a 360, you have to forget that. You have to think of it as a little head on a swivel, right? So wherever you point that stick, high, low, sideways, backwards, whatever, that head can look all the way around and see everything, but it's going to look from that angle. So it's down low. It's going to be looking up if you want it to look up, or it's going to look low still because you're editing it after the fact. And so when Benton was filming, he wasn't quite sure how to hold it. And I was like, dude, just forget it. Just don't even think about it. Just hold it so it feels natural and put it out there. And I want to share a couple clips that
was he using that long stick that you have with it?
Yes.
Okay. And which one is this? Is this the 360
this
X?
is the X2 we had. My
X2.
My Max is actually in the shop right now. I scratched the lens up and they're sending me a new one. So let's open this up, see what I got here. So I'm going to share. This is like right out of the camera. All I did was reframe it. Okay. And so let me quickly try to explain this. So just because you reframe it once doesn't mean you can't reframe it multiple times. So one run, this is going to be one snowboarding run you guys are about to watch. Okay. And don't think of snowboarding. Those of you who are like, I don't snowboard. Why are you showing me all this snowboard stuff? Well, you can use this with anything. Okay.
Yeah. Chris Hope. Don't be saying that stuff, Chris Hope.
Yeah. If you're on a farm, you can walk by cows and do whatever you got to do. Whatever you're doing, you can manipulate this into anything you do daily.
I'll bet Chris Hope could rip down a mountain. Actually, I'd put my money on that.
Yeah, Chris said he's down to come out here and try to learn. So I see he's in the chat now. So there you go, Chris. There's an invite. But let's share the screen. So this is one reframe. Okay, there's no audio in this. So this guy is way better than I am. And can you see it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me full screen. No, we'll leave our faces. So
yeah.
So this is at 100 frames a second.
That looks awesome.
That.
Really cool lights, and I like how you can see. I like how you can see the detail in the sky.
No stick, right? Now check this out. Whoa! What? Right?
Wait, who is that? Jonathan?
That is Benton.
Wow.
That is backflipping Benton is what he goes by.
Dang.
Super nice guy.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This guy. Keep watching. You think that's something? So then we get a shot here, right?
Got the little tail grab or board grab.
And you can't tell how big these jumps are, but they're big.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I don't jump these jumps. Check this one out. This one was a little harder because of the way he flipped. The stick moved around a lot more, but still pretty cool.
That still looks awesome though.
All right. So
he held on to it. He nailed the landing. So
that was one. Now let me show you this. Let me share this screen now, and I'm going to show you how I took that same exact run and we edited it differently, right? And here we go. So this is the same run, same thing you just saw, but now we edit it differently. So you can see his point of view, what he's seeing, right?
Yeah. It's like you have an infinite number of cameras with every single shot, and that's sort of, to me, that's a little bit of the upside and the downside of it, because you have to be intentional and you have to go in and make these decisions versus just getting what you get.
Yeah. Well, for me, you don't have to be as intentional on this. You point it, forget about it, get it the height.
I'm talking about in the editing, you have to be intentional.
Oh yes. Yeah, you do.
You can't just throw. I mean, you have to decide, right? You have to make a decision. It's like that Rush song, Free Will.
So what I did on this, you see it's pointing the other way. Now, there's a reason that I did this, which you'll see next. Next, you'll see it completed, where I took the two, chop them up, put them together.
Right. Cut between
make something
them.
with a little music. Man. add some sound effects because you hear there's no audio, right?
Right.
So there was no snowboard sounds. So I had to add some of those in too.
Some grunting.
And backflipping Benton, boom, he is in the chat.
Nice. So hey, what's up, backflipping? Man, nice riding, backflipping Benton.
Now, he has already seen this. I compiled this and showed it to him just seconds before we went live. And this is what I wanted to do. Oh, come on.
Timothy, yes, that is Keystone.
Wait. Okay, that's the wrong video.
John told me earlier. What's up, John? John Coopy in the house.
I am just trying to find
Brad from Virginia in the house.
Okay, hold on. May do a little rewind. So those were the complete videos, right? And those two together, you can make something like this, right? This took me 10 minutes to put together.
All right.
After I had those done. So let me make this one full screen so everyone can really see it.
Looks like he's flying.
Isn't that amazing? I bet you he doesn't have a single video like this in his library until
what
now.
was it? What was the frame rate on the camera? Was this at
100 frames a second?
Okay. Yeah, nice, very nice slow-mo. And you know, a lot of people do this with FPV drones, or even camera drones. You would follow somebody, but with this, it almost feels like you're flying next to him.
Now the audio was working. You guys could hear the audio, right?
Yeah, I heard the music.
And then at the end, I added those snowboarding sound effects.
Very cool.
So,
that's awesome.
So
you know,
you can make that with this one. Whoever wins this, you'll be able to make something like, well, you might not be able to do what Benton can do, but you get the point.
Yeah. That 360. The very first time I used to have a Super 8mm film camera. You know, the old timey, do stop motion with it and stuff. So it was Super 8 film. And I took that camera to Banff, one of the first times I ever snowboarded, and actually rode down the mountain with it. And I remember just thinking how awesome that footage looked, just me all shaky and bumpy, and, you know, a shot of my feet and then a shot of the mountain and stuff. And now you just literally hold a stick and you get that kind of footage.
So smooth. And the interesting thing is, we try, everybody that I know on YouTube, we all want this super stable footage, right? But if you watch a movie or you watch a TV show, they purposely move the camera and add a little shake to it to make it seem a little more realistic. Yet here we are trying to get rid of all of our movement. We want
it depends on the aesthetic you're going for. Yes, but absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of times where you just want that little bit, or that kind of going in and out of focus a little bit, or you know, just something to make it look, like you said, more documentary.
Exactly. Now,
so what did you edit that? Did you edit that in the Insta360 software?
I edited the two in Insta3 and then put those two into Final Cut Pro, chopped them together, add some music, moved it around so they fit with the music, and poof.
Well, here's a question.
If you're still in the chat, Benton has his own channel. He's just started a YouTube channel, and I'm going to give him a shout out, and he should put a link to it in the chat. I made you a moderator, Benton, so it will show. So put a link to your channel if you're still here, Benton. Hopefully you are.
I saw him just a second ago. Yeah. So can you edit GoPro Max footage in Insta360 software and vice versa?
You aren't supposed to be able to. For a little while, there was a workaround, and you could edit the GoPro Max footage in the Insta360 software. And both of these softwares have benefits, right? If you see anybody on YouTube that says that the Insta X2 smokes the GoPro, or that the GoPro smokes the Insta, it is no longer that way. The X2 and the GoPro Max are both incredibly good cameras, and I cannot wait to put a side-by-side so I can really share honestly what I feel about this stuff. A lot of people get free Insta stuff, and I do too, but I'm very honest with them. Like, I told them why I don't like the 1R, why you don't.
You've always loved the Max. I know that's been your go-to camera for a while.
Since it came out, yes. Well, beforehand, this got me into it, Kelly, the X1. I love that camera.
Here's the big question, though. The X2 versus the Max, which one is heavier? Because the Max is a pretty heavy camera.
Oh, man, I don't know.
The reason I asked would be to put it on a, on a drone. I feel like the X2 might be
well, the X2
lighter.
is higher,
It's
so
taller,
it's going to be a little awkward, I think. I don't think it'd make that big of a deal, like bounce wise or anything. But I think either one would work. I think they're pretty similar. I'll weigh them on that video when I do a side by side. I'll make a note to make sure I get the exact weights. So that is what you can do with the 360 camera. And the reason I really wanted to show that to everybody is so the person that wins can sort of open their mind. And all of you who don't have a 360 camera, it's not really about just sharing a 360 video, although you can do that too. And Kelly, if you'll talk to them for a minute, I'm going to pull up a 360 video with you in
the Ice Castle.
Yes, it is. Yes,
yeah, so I'll just intro it. Last year when I was up in Dillon, the first time, because I was up there twice, the first time we went to this ice castle, and it is something they build in the town. I guess they just use water and they let it freeze, and they make all these huge icicles and walls and tunnels and slides and fountains, and it's really cool. It's very, very, and the ice is really blue, like the color of it looks like you're in, I don't know, the Fortress of Solitude from Superman or something like that. But Sean filmed us in the ice castle, and I remember seeing the footage, and we actually shared all that footage, and I'd seen it and I'd made stuff with it. And then he took it again and he posted it so that you could actually interact with it in 360. And that's what this is here. There's me and little Eddie. And just so you know, those watching now, you will not be able to actually make this 360 unless you go to the link yourself. Right.
Which I'll share in the chat. So don't do it now. Click it, open it in a new window, whatever, and you can 360 it later. It's another way you can use these 360 cameras for interactive stuff, and there's a learning curve to make these work correctly, actually. So let me just play a little bit in the background here. I'll actually turn the audio down and I'll move it around. So what I'm doing is grabbing my screen and just moving around, and hopefully it doesn't have
that ice is. That's the coolest part. And
look how dirty it is. Look at that.
The snow was like margarita salt. Like you were walking through margarita salt. That was the best way to describe it. But Sean, when you posted this, because I've tried to post 360 videos so people could actually move around in them, and they didn't come out very good. What are some secrets to post on YouTube? Do you have to? Is there like a checkbox that says this is an 360 video? And is there a certain bit rate you use, or how did you get it to look so good?
Well, this is the GoPro Max, and I've never had one look as clean as this one looks, believe it or not. I think the built-in color profile on the Max is incredible. It really is. The skin tones aren't too orange like they are on some of the other action cameras. The skies typically turn out blue.
How did you tell YouTube that it was a 360 video? That's just
it's all in the way that you export it from the app.
So it's a file type,
file type, and YouTube will instantly recognize it once it's loaded. But it also is a huge file.
Yeah, because it has all that information, not just one direction. It's got information that you're not even showing, right? That people might not be looking at. Have you done a tutorial like the workflow for putting a 360 video like this online, like how to do it?
Not this kind. No, I've done quite a few on showing how to flatten it, but I've never done one to show how you can move it around.
You should like screen capture all the settings like what you do to export it, the file type you need, the settings that you used, because I have tried to do that. So real quick, my in-laws have a house on the St. Lawrence River. I was up there last summer. I did some live streaming from it and such. I fly drones on it. It's right on the border with Canada. It's beautiful. And I shot a bunch of 360 video up there. Well, unfortunately, because of COVID, my mother-in-law and father-in-law weren't able to visit it this year. They stayed in Texas. And so I wanted to give them a 360 experience, like of footage that we shot, like in their boathouse and just all over the place. And when I made it, it worked, but it was just really, really grainy and looked really terrible. So I want to see if I can do it again, especially if they don't get to go. We don't know yet if they're going to be able. They're in their 80s, so we don't know if they're going to be able to travel this year. Hopefully they will, but to make a really good looking 360 video of it, let them look all around.
Yeah. So. And you can do that with any of these cameras. The Insta 360s, there's an export feature on that one. The GoPro Max, that one was tricky for me to learn how to figure out how to do with the Max. but I'm happy with the results. So that is probably something I could do.
If you made a tutorial, I would kill it on views. I think a lot of people would watch that, because I've looked for it and I've not found a good tutorial, especially with I have the Max and I haven't used it very often because I haven't had great experience putting 360 video online.
Well, I can help you with that. I sort of love these things.
I know you do.
Like, I mean, like that video I just shared with Benton. I mean, there is no way I could have got that, just him holding the GoPro. It would have never looked the same.
Oh,
never.
no.
And he would have had to do the same jumps multiple times to be able to get that.
Yeah.
It looks like Doc said he must have weighed all the things. So the Insta 360 1R is 158 grams. Insta 360 original X is 115. The X2 is 149.
Oh, wow. So
my assumption is the GoPro Max is similar to the X2.
The X2 is significantly heavier than the X1. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a bulkier, nicer camera. I love it. It's everything that I wish the X1 had been. There's only one real downside, which I'll cover in that video, but I've talked to them about it, and they might actually change their packaging to start including the thing. We'll see.
Nice.
You know what? Before we get into the giveaway, I'm going to be giving away a few things tonight, guys. So I'm just grabbing some stuff here. I love giving away stickers. Okay, so I gave away stickers on my first live show, and I had a fun way where I wrote down a number that I was thinking of between 1 and whatever, and the first person that guessed it, I'd hold it up, and they got stickers. Right? I thought that was fun. So this is something I want to do today, because not everybody's going to win the Insta 360. This is mine, so I don't have to give this away. So nobody gets sore butted whenever you don't win. All right. But before we do that, I do feel that we need to jump into this interview, and because otherwise we're going to just talk and talk, Kelly.
Okay. Yeah. We can kill a lot of time. That's for sure.
But let me get this. Look, I've got all these questions. What do I do? All these questions on the iPad, all pro-like and everything. And I'm not going to ask them all, because there's 42 questions here.
All right, 42.
So I'm just going to skim through a few of them. And just so everybody knows, if you're not familiar, this is Kelly from Ready, Set, Drone. His channel covers a lot of stuff to do with drones, obviously. And he does do some other stuff too. He messes around with 360 cameras, and he does mess around with some cameras and tech on occasion, and some RC stuff. Yep. He does the electric skateboards on occasion.
I've ridden with Sean a few times on the electric skateboards, although his are much faster than mine. Mine are kind of like training wheels.
Well, yours are the ones that got me hooked.
True.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it until I rode yours.
Remember the Yeplay? That was the first one you got.
I have that one. Yep. About the same one you do. Yep. So I want to first talk about your YouTube channel. This is going to be all about his YouTube channel, and basically how he started. So those of you who aren't just watching YouTube but want to learn more about YouTube, you're going to really enjoy this, because every time I have someone on, I'm going to be asking them some of these questions, and I'll probably personalize it and come up with some other questions just for them as well. And hopefully through these answers, you guys will be able to learn something and realize, oh crap, I've been busting my butt and it's not where I want it to be. And you see all these other channels that are just killing it, but it's not always like that. It's a slow growth for all of us.
Oh,
all
yeah.
Us, I promise.
And then you see people like, because I think the mountain biking guy, April is his girlfriend's name. What is his name?
I think I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name though.
Anyway, his channel is getting like 10,000 new subs a day, and he's a super nice guy. It's like somebody, and I'm blanking on his name, but anyway, I mean, it's definitely ups and downs, right? And I will say that I am growing slower than I was expecting to be right now, but I still do it for the fun of it.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I've had my first real growth spurt ever, because everybody that was at my same spot has surpassed me by so much. Like Henrik from Tech Drone Media, him and I were at 1,000 at the same time, and he's at 50 or 60 now, and I'm this close to hitting 20. Like just 2 months ago, I was at 15, and so over 2 months, I had this crazy growth. Now it's plateauing. So these things, you'll get these spikes, and then they'll plateau again. And what happens is YouTube will push old videos when you have a new video that blows up. And that's sort of why it grows like that and then plateaus again. And sometimes it'll drop again, and then you go again. And it almost feels like you constantly have to be making something, or YouTube punishes you.
Yeah. Or maybe just doesn't reward you as much.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice
Glass half
positive
full.
way. Yeah, you're such a nice guy. All right, so Kelly, first, Ready Set Drone. When did you first create it, and was it your first YouTube channel?
2014, and it was not. I had my personal YouTube channel, and the very first time I actually had used YouTube, I was the technical director for TEDx Austin, which, if you're familiar with TED Talks, there are local versions of TED Talks, and I was the technical director for 3 years for the Austin TED Talks, like running the technical aspects of the show, the cameras and the switching and the lighting and all that stuff. And it was really fun. It was very stressful. And we used, one of the years, we used hashtags on YouTube to promote the event. And it was, each video had to be 13 seconds long. So you could make a 13-second long video. I made one of my kids that sort of supported the theme of the event. And actually it got like a couple of hundred views. And I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And then I got a little tiny drone called the Proto X. It was made by Estes, the same people that make the rockets, the model rockets. And I thought, I'm going to make a review of this. And that was the very first video in 2014.
And that was on the Ready Set Drone channel.
Yeah, if you go to Ready Set Drone and you search by date, that's video number 1.
And you've left it up. It's still there. How many views does it have? Do you know?
I have no idea. Not very many. I mean, definitely less than 10,000, probably less than 5,000. So yeah, but it got a couple hundred, but I had done that video of my kids to support the TED event on my personal channel. That's kind of what gave me the idea to do the Ready Set Drone one. I had just gotten into drones. I did so I own a video production company. We did a video for a piece of real estate on Lake Travis, 50 acres, kind of similar to your dad's setup, only right off of 620, a little closer into town. And they were dividing it into 4. So the man who owned it, I knew his daughters in Houston growing up, and he hired me to make a video about it. And that's the first time I ever I hired somebody to fly a drone. I was like, we need drone footage of this right when they were coming out. So this guy named Justin Edwards had a home built drone. He had put his own FPV with Fat Sharks and everything, but this is before the Phantom came out in 2013. Yeah. And I was just like, I am getting into that. And so the Phantom came out like 2 months later. I got a Phantom. I started just buying every drone I could get, and that's how it really took off.
So when you made that first video and you opened your channel, was the name of it Ready Set Drone, or did you change it?
No, it was Ready Set Drone. I started it.
You knew it was going to be about drones. You were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Well, that's what happened to me whenever I first got my first Blade drone. Is I had already done YouTube since 2008. I've done all this special effects, makeup, and art stuff, but I never took it seriously. And then I got the drones, and I was like, oh my God, I got to share this. So I shared that, and then
and the Blade was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Blade 350.
QX.
Yeah, QX. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, no, I knew it was Ready Set Drone. The other thing, the reason I had that name, and the reason I got the name, I actually kind of hoard domain names. I have several hundred domain names that I own, and every so often when I think of one, I just buy it. And Ready Set Drone, 1,500 views on the first one to date. So thank you, Doc. Ready Set Drone was .com and .net and all the dots. I had bought all those. I'd snagged all those, and so I was like, oh, that'd be a cool channel name too. So I actually had the domain Ready Set Drone, and I still don't have a website on it. Like all it does is point to my YouTube channel.
Yeah. So I want to share with you. I actually have a few domain names that I've sat on and I pay every year. There's one in particular that I couldn't believe was available. It's you want to take a guess?
Sexy Socks.
Close.
SexySocks.com.
Skinflutes.com was available, and I bought it. I am the proud owner of skinflutes.com.
Wow, Sean,
I couldn't believe it was open.
I hope your parents aren't watching.
Wow. What I need to do is make a splash page saying "Buy me," because at the time I was gonna actually make a whole business around it.
Right.
But I don't want to get into with my special effects makeup stuff. That's another story I can tell in a video.
It would actually play music, right? It would actually be a flute. Man,
you would have died if you saw the logo I'd drawn up, Kelly.
Well, that's the thing is when you think of a .com or a .net, or I mean, there's so many lower level domains now, but when you think of one that it's kind of clever and something you can remember, I mean, if for $12 a year or $8 a year or whatever it costs on GoDaddy, I feel like it's worth it. I've sold a few of them for enough to cover my cost of all the others.
Yeah, I feel you. And that's my problem is all of mine are still sitting up there.
Yeah. Well,
I need to sell some of them. Anybody want to buy a drone? I'm going to sell my Mavic Air 1. What else can I sell? Or
the domain skinflutes.com.
Yeah, that's going to be expensive. All right, next question. Let's see. When you first started YouTube, what were your goals for the channel, if you had any?
Oh, that's easy. To make enough money to support the hobby.
That's interesting. That's what I was trying to do with mine too when it was makeup stuff, is to make enough to buy extra makeup. So I think that's how a lot of us initially think, oh, what if we could at least make back what we're spending?
Yeah.
And then you realize you don't make anything for years.
and Sean, before I even met you, the very first offer I got for a free drone was from GearBest. So you're familiar with GearBest, probably. There's like Banggood and GearBest and all these kind of Chinese companies that sell a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They offered me a drone. I was in Colorado. I was actually skiing in Colorado when I got that offer in that might have been 2014 or 2015. And I think I was at like 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers. And I got this note that said, hey, we want to send you a free drone. Will you review it? And I was like, yes. And then I said yes to everything after that. And that was a big mistake.
Yes, I was about to say that. When I first started getting offers, I'd say yes. And then I'd be like, oh, God, now I got to make a video about the stupid thing I don't care about.
Yeah.
Because you were so flattered that someone wanted you to do it, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, that's another bit of advice. If you're starting a channel, only do the reviews and accept the stuff on the things that you actually want to do. They'll just
and that your audience is going to care about, right? Because I do think you sort of, hey, Bob Casey, good to see you. I think your audience is going to appreciate it if you stick to the thing. Because whenever I've gone way off and done something just totally dumb,
you get no views.
Yeah, and I feel like it sort of, people come to expect certain types of things. I mean, I like to branch out into skateboards and stuff like that, but I've always done that, right? But like earbuds, I did that wasn't that long ago. It was like, I don't know, 8 months or so. I got some really nice earbuds and I did a video about them. And I was like, probably won't do that again.
Yeah. I actually did a video about a weed whacker and a blower because I went to Lowe's to buy it. It was on sale and no one had made a video. So I was like, crap, I don't know if it's any good. So I bought it and was like, okay, it's not bad. You know what? Let me make a video to see if anybody else will be helped out by this.
Did it all right?
Not at first, but it is now.
Huh.
At first, it didn't do very well because my subscribers wouldn't click it.
One thing that you have an advantage, and I've talked to several other creators about this. I've talked to Ken Heron about this, and I've talked to you about this. You don't have the word drone in your name. You don't have the word Insta360 in your name. You can kind of do whatever you want with the name Sean Oz or World of Oz, or that to me is a lot more of a broad thing. And that's a double-edged sword. I feel like the reason my channel grew quickly in the beginning is because when I started, it was right when drones were getting popular. I was at the right place at the right time with the channel. There weren't very many competitors. There weren't really very many drone channels out there at the time. And so I rode that first wave. Now drones, I think, are a little more commonplace. I certainly they're still interesting and there's a lot going on with them, but I don't feel like there's the buzz there used to be with them. And so I feel like that's part of why I've slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, and I think with the action cameras and 360 cameras, there is a buzz, and since I've been into those, I think those are giving me a little bit of a boost right now. Definitely. It's definitely a double-edged sword, Kelly, because when you narrow down your niche, you'll get the subscribers faster. Doesn't mean you get more views; it just means you get more subscribers. Because these people who had 50,000 or 40,000, and I was only at 15,000 subscribers, I still had more views than they did. So it's don't subscribe because now I'm making a snowboard video. Now I'm making a drone video. Now I'm making a 360 video.
So think about how you browse content and how most people browse content. And I hope this is the kind of conversation you wanted to have. I think it is. But
I want people to learn from us if they can.
if someone was browsing for that, what did you say it was, a weed whacker?
Yep.
Like if I was looking for, if I was going to buy a weed whacker, and I mean, I often go to YouTube and say best whatever, you know, I'm looking for a weed whacker, I'm looking for some appliance, I'm looking for a refrigerator, and I'll look at reviews on it and stuff. But I rarely subscribe to those channels because I'm more just interested in that one-off kind of thing. I'll give them the view just like I would with you on the weed whacker. But I would subscribe to you for tattoos. I would subscribe to you for 360. I would subscribe to you for drones. I wouldn't subscribe to you for a weed whacker video.
But even one like that, I'm still trying to shoot them in artistic ways and make them silly and fun. So those guys who are just coming for the information typically don't like my review videos because they aren't just sit down straight to the point.
And there's something to be said for that. I will say, you know, I sometimes make my videos too long. I try to keep them short and to the point, but I know when I'm trying to get a piece of information and I have to watch a 9-minute video to get one little thing, it's annoying. You know, it's like, I just want to know this one thing and it's in your title. So,
and it's in there and I get it. And it's a double-edged sword, but guess who I'm making that video for in the end? It's actually for me.
Yeah.
It's fun for me. I love it when people can learn from a video I make. I love it when I help somebody out in a video. And I also love it even more if I make them laugh in the video.
Yeah, well,
it's so awesome to me.
You're a good storyteller in that regard. To take something that would be normally boring, and if someone has the time and they want that experience, I think it's great. It's more just when you're like, oh man, I can't get this thing to work. I really need to get it to work. Where do I find this information? I don't want to watch a minute video. I literally want a 5-second video that explains it to me.
I do the same thing. Like if I'm really in a time crunch, I'll find a video that's as short as can be with the information that I need.
Yeah.
And I just did that about getting a plugin for Chrome to help YouTube. I can preset everything to start at 4K now. I can preset it to make my YouTube channel when I'm watching videos, take the whole screen. There's so much stuff in this thing. I'll tell you what it is later. I can't remember what it's called. If you don't have it, it's a great plugin.
The only one I have is TubeBuddy. I use TubeBuddy. But
this one's just for watching YouTube. So you can customize your YouTube channel watching.
Hey, I see Ed Ricker in the chat. What's up?
Oh, nice, Ed. Ed, we're not quite ready for you to join, but I got a few more questions for Kelly. And before he wants to go to bed, we'll join. And that's when I'll share the video of where I'm going to bring Ed. You'll love that. And he hasn't seen it yet either, so he doesn't know. All right, so we already a lot of this we've already covered just by talking. So let me skip ahead here. Let's skip that one. Let's say this one's pretty good. In the early days of your YouTube channel, were you embarrassed to tell people you were making YouTube videos?
Ooh, you know, a little bit. Yes, I would say like my family and friends. I didn't really talk about it much. I was more inclined to talk about it with people I didn't know or with the community that started to develop over it. I'm a lot more comfortable with it now. My kids know it. You know, they kind of think it's funny, you know, that dad has a YouTube channel in a sort of teenager ironic kind of way. So I would say yes. I tell you what I am embarrassed about though, and this is really weird, but I don't like filming my videos in front of people. Like I don't mind. I mean, if anybody who came to Spin Up or Spin Down knows, I'll get up on stage and talk and sing and be, you know, joke around and all that. You know, remember I'm a little teapot. I'm a little teapot.
Yeah, I remember
that. Anyway, I'll do that all day. But if I'm filming a video, it really just, I just, something weird about having a lot of people around watching me film a video. Like when we did the live stream from your shop,
yes.
It's really hard for me to like be on camera and then have the audience there at the same time. I love all those people. It wasn't like I didn't want them to be there. It was
interesting.
It was a weird kind of disconnect where usually I'm sitting in a room by myself right now. Right. And I'm really comfortable with however many 50 people watching or whatever. But if there was an audience in here with me, I think it would freak me out a little bit.
I actually loved the audience being in the studio like that. But I've also been in bands. I've also done tattoo conventions with thousands of people watching me tattoo. So I sort of feed off of it. But so that's me. But let me ask you the next question here. If you had to start tomorrow, wipe Ready Set Drone out and start a brand new channel, what would it be?
Gosh, you know,
that's a good one, huh?
I actually have an answer for that. I have I have had several channels that that I kind of started and then never really. So I had one called Lumisonic, and it was Lumisonic was going to be anything to do with light and sound. So I was going to do like, you know, LED lights. I really love LED lights, and like speakers and stuff like that. But I never really did much with that. It's still out there. Actually, I think there's like 3 videos on it, and 2 of them are my son reviewing headphones. But I have another one. And I almost don't want to tell you because I'm afraid someone else will do it. But it's called Mashometer, and it's Mashometer is going to be
it's like a cooking channel. You're going to make mashed potatoes?
No. It's the tagline would be anything goes, and it would be about anything that goes, like skateboards, cars, electric
movement.
Like anything with wheels or jetpacks or whatever.
You better, when we're done with this, you better jump online and lock that channel in before somebody else does.
I already have it.
Okay, good.
Never done anything with it. But that was like about 3 years ago. I was like, man, I really want to make a channel for it because I love racing RC cars. I love electric skateboards. You know, bikes. I mean, I love anything that goes really. And so, you know, I feel like drones is kind of niche, and so it's hard to do a like an electric bike review on a drone channel, right?
Yes,
that doesn't really fit. But Mashometer.
But it's time consuming to do more than one channel. I tried to start my nature channel because I live where I live, and it was going well at first, and then I had my I had something removed. Yes, I don't even remember. And it's gone. And then I healed. I couldn't hike and do stuff, so I just haven't got back into it. But that's something this spring I'm going to jump on real hard again.
How is do people watch that? I mean, do you get that? Those are the long form videos, like just nature scenes and stuff.
4 hours of like stream just moving and stuff like that. It takes forever to upload those. But now that I have the better internet, it's going to be a lot easier.
That's true.
Yeah. So
so that would be your second channel? Like if you
I'm trying because I mean that wouldn't be my second channel that I really want to do is my tattoo channel. I really want to do a story-based channel about my tattoo studio, about what it's like to move from one city to another, to open a new business and be here in the mountains and have these people come in, and why are they here? Why are they getting this? And really focus on the person getting the tattoo. And then of course, you know, throw some snowboarding and some fun stuff in between it and make a story out of it. That's what I really would like to do. But something like that would be so time extensive because I have to tattoo and I have to set up the cameras. It's just not something to do right now.
Why can't you do that on your current channel? I mean, again, there's no reason that your current. I mean,
I can and I plan to eventually with a video here and there. But if I have a channel that's just that, as we talked about earlier, if it's just that, it's that niche of tattoo only, it will grow so much faster.
I think if it was butt tattoos only, really,
we're gonna narrow it down just to the butts.
You could call it everything but tattoos.
Let me answer Bob Casey's question before I ask you the next question.
Okay.
At Spin Up, the first time that you had me come and speak, you remember I was a ball of nerves, man.
Very nervous.
Nervous.
That was the second Spin Up at the Boy Scout Center.
That's right. That was a great one. The reason that I was like that isn't because of necessarily being in front of everybody like that. It was more because I had a speech to give that was supposed to be written in a certain way. Like, this is just us talking. I've got some notes here. I can just look at them and skip around. That I had videos that had to play at the certain time when I spoke about a certain thing. And I had note cards that I couldn't memorize because my memory sucks. And then I had the computer mess up and I couldn't look at my notes on the computer and I had to wing it. And it was, I had a couple of shots of Fireball right before we went on to, I don't know if you knew that, Kelly.
I knew that. And you and Dono, right? Sean, I will tell you guys, is a planner. Like having spent a couple of days with you on more than one occasion, where he wants like the entire day planned out. He likes to know what's happening next. Like that's just your personality. You are someone who likes things in place and ready to go, and you don't like uncertainty.
That's 50-50. Depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm going to Disney World and I have one day to hit every ride, I will plan it out to the T. Now, if I'm going to the beach and I got nothing to do, no plans. We'll just, whatever happens, happens. So it depends on the situation. Like if we're putting an event together or a speech or something like that, yes.
No, I remember you kept asking me like, what else do I need to do? Do you think I'm ready? What about this? What about this? I'm like, dude.
Well, I didn't want to let you down, man.
Oh,
it was my big chance. You were taking a chance.
I've told you this again and again. My dad, you were in his top 2 favorite speeches.
And that's the coolest thing is how many people came up after and said that that I was their favorite speaker because they learned something they could apply to their channel. And that's actually that would be something another channel I've considered doing, or on my channel, is doing more videos teaching people how to do it. Because although I grow slow, I'm one of those do as I say, not as I do, because I've done it all and I'm obsessed, 100% obsessed with the back end and the analytics of YouTube. Yeah. And I can tell you what to do to grow faster. And the reason I don't do it is because I have a studio and I really enjoy my day job. And it makes me plenty of money to not have to be like, crap, I hate my job. I got to make YouTube make money so I can get out of my other job. That's not what I'm trying to do. So I make content I enjoy and occasionally stuff that makes people go, what the fuck?
Look, if you're in the chat right now and you would turn down the opportunity to live in one of the most beautiful towns in the US, in Colorado, snowboard and ski all the time, and tattoo people and make YouTube videos as your life, who wouldn't do that? I mean, dude, you've got it pretty good, I gotta say.
It was a lot of work and it's been stressful.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was easy to get there, but dude, you every single one of those things, you're not working for some big corporation doing mindless stuff. You're creating art, everything but tattoos.
Yep. And I'm actually thinking of doing more art and trying to figure out a way to incorporate it onto this channel instead of making an art only channel, because that's the problem. If you guys have ever seen my notebook of ideas for videos,
or just the walls of your shop, I mean, there's just stuff everywhere. All these things you've done. My
brain doesn't shut off. I have over 200 idea lists, and it's actually grown. It's probably more closer to 400 now of videos I want to make.
Matt says, I want to grow. When I grow up, I want to be Sean Oz.
Did you see what Rick Halber said the other day? I shared it on Twitter. He said something like he wanted to borrow my body for a day and live in my shoes or something like that. And I was like, just please wear a condom, whatever you do. Don't come back with diseases.
Well, actually, just Rick Halber, I think, has been struggling with some health issues recently. And so I talked to him about a week ago. He was home from the hospital at that time. I think he might be back in the hospital. So I hope everybody out there will send some prayers and good vibes to Rick Halber, because he is truly one of the pillars of this community. So I don't think he's in the chat tonight, but Rick Halber, if you guys don't know him, he is like seriously one of the nicest guys, has lent stuff to Sean and I, offered just really a good guy. And so I'm wishing him the best.
There's a lot of people in this community that are like that. And it's so impressive at how nice everybody is and how helpful everybody is. It doesn't matter, politics aside, nobody gives a crap. We all like this together. And in the long run, we all want the same things. A safe and happy environment for our family, or for whatever we're doing for ourselves, to be financially stable, to enjoy life and have cool memories. And that's why we do camera stuff, so we can make cool memories and save them.
Well, and to be able to share creatively with people, right? I mean, it's funny. It's funny how many people these days are into photography, editing video. I mean, like when you first got out of school and started your career, and whether you were doing tattoos or before that or whatever, did you ever think you would be like a professional video editor, getting paid to edit videos? That's odd to me, because so many people do it and so many people do it better than me. And that's what my degree's in. I have a degree in video production. So that's
why I like to pick your brain and see what I can learn from people. That's one of the things I like about the analytics is if I meet somebody else about analytics, I will sit down, have some wings, and we'll just pull up our analytics, compare things, talk about it, because I personally think the YouTube algorithm is broken. I probably should make a video all about that, because it really is. I'm sure you know how it works. You put out a video, say it's about a drone, right? Your channel's about drones. Your people, they click it. Your subscribers click it. They get a first notice is that video's up. Oh, it's a drone video. Let me click it. Boom, boom, boom. The more of your subscribers that click it, the more YouTube goes, okay, your subscribers like it. Let's push it out in front of people you don't know.
Right.
Next video, it's about a lawnmower. Your subscribers go, what the hell is this? No one clicks it. YouTube goes, oh, your own subscribers don't like it. It must suck. And so they don't push it out at all unless somebody searches for it and is able to find it in a search. And then if enough of that happens, it can have a second life.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, one of my most popular videos right now is this stupid little spinner with lights on it. It's got LEDs. You probably have seen the video. It's been on, I've had it up for like 2 years now. And that one, when I put it out, was just kind of, it was this silly little toy. The company offered it to me. I said yes. I hit myself in the eye with it. I think you saw that. I threw it up and went, you know. Yeah. Anyway, that video didn't do anything for a long time. And then all of a sudden it just took off, and it is still just like, I don't know if people search for fidget spinners, that thing comes up. It's crazy how, but at first, like for the first month or two, that video didn't do anything. It was, a couple hundred views and that was it. So yeah.
And it's funny you say that, because one of my most popular videos, besides the drone spine on the girl in the shower, obviously that one got some hits. But I have and I probably told you this before, I have a 2-minute timer that I made.
I know it's hold on. It's Jeopardy, the Jeopardy theme.
It's a 2-minute timer of Jeopardy music, or a close match of Jeopardy music. It's a little different to avoid copyright strikes. And she wouldn't brush her teeth, but like for 2 seconds. So I was like, okay, here's a damn timer. You can listen to it, brush your teeth for 2 minutes, and there you go. And it got no hits, but within a year, it started, and now it's getting thousands. It's like 500,000 views, or it's some ridiculous number. And I get comments constantly.
Yeah, nobody is looking for that. They're not looking for you. They might find you that way, but that's the kind of video where they're specifically looking for a timer.
And I don't get a lot of subscribers. It'd be very interesting for me to pull that up and see how many subscribers I've actually gotten from that, because what that video is used for the most is teachers in classrooms. I have kids all the time writing, my teacher used this to time us during our test and things like that. And I think it's so cool, man, to see something I made for my kid or stepchild being used by other teachers and other parents and things to help with theirs. I just think that's
well, and think about it. If you were to do it again and maybe do it on a bass, do it, throw a little rhythm in there.
I've actually thought of doing it again and making it loop 10 minutes and then making it loop 2 hours. And then there's some weird thing about 10-hour timers on YouTube for some reason. I don't know who uses those. But
did you get hit with any copyright issues?
I got one person trying once to copyright it, and I fought it and won.
Was it stock? I mean, where did the music come from?
I found a variation on I found it on YouTube
on Jeopardy,
and I took it and modified it and changed it a little bit, and there became.
That's what I'm saying. Is you could do an original version of that song on the bass or on a guitar or something, and do the same thing, and then it's yours. Then you just own it.
So I've got tons of more questions, but this could go all night otherwise. So let's do 2 more questions.
2 more questions.
And then we'll bring Ed in here.
All right.
And then we still got everybody still hanging out. That's you got to hang out. The whole point of this is you got to be here, and I'm making you hang out on purpose with us because I spent, this is worth $400, okay? And I'm giving it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to mail it to you with the stick. The only thing you got to do is pop in an SD card. It's going to have a battery in it. You're going to need a wire to charge it. I don't have an extra wire, so I'm not sending you a wire. But I do have the box for this, so I will send it to you. You do have to be in the U.S., by the way. So if I choose you and you're not in the U.S., you're going to have to pay shipping, or we're going to move on to the next winner in the U.S. So let me ask you guys, Kelly, 2 more questions. We're going to have a negative question, and we're going to end on a positive question. All right? Okay. What is your least favorite thing about YouTube?
I think it's the anxiety that I get when I haven't put a video out in a while. Like I actually get pretty anxious when I feel like I've missed an opportunity. So I definitely like if I if I don't put, like, I haven't put out a video in about a week and a half. My last one was pretty good. I thought it was about the Gep RC little tiny kit. It's called the Tiny Go, and it was a decent video. I've got several that I've shot that I just haven't had a chance to edit yet, and I just get a little antsy that antsy feeling like, oh man, I need to do this for a lot of reasons is my least favorite thing.
I feel you, because you sit there not only like, oh crap, everybody beat me to this video, but you can see your analytics start to drop and do something.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's stressful because like right now, mine were spiking and I haven't really put out anything new because I'm waiting for DJI to send me my Mini 2 back. I had to send it in. Which, if we have time, I would love to share you one clip and talk to you about that. You'll die. You're gonna love this clip. It's gonna blow your mind. But and it is stressful to see it drop. Going, crap! If I don't put something else out that people will click on, then I'm going to start dropping again, and that is stressful. So last question, and then we'll bring Ed on, and then before we talk about the snowboarding stuff, in case those who want to go, we'll get into the 360 giveaway. And then we can talk about the snowboarding and the fun stuff with Ed. And I wouldn't mind talking about, well, I don't know if everybody can, but DJI's got a new FPV drone that's on the way out, or
really?
Obviously rumored. It hasn't been confirmed. Well, it has actually. DJI's Chinese site actually has put goggles, a version 2 of the goggles up on their site. So we might, if we have time, we'll see about talking about that. If not, no big deal. Last question, positive question. We'll end it on a positive. Ed, if you are in the chat still, go ahead and sign over, and we'll get you in here in just a second. Hopefully you're still there. Otherwise, I'll send you a text. Now, what is your most favorite thing about doing YouTube through all these years?
Boy. I mean, seriously, my friends like you, Ed, Brad, Chris, Ray Kelly. I mean, like these guys that some of whom I've met, some of whom I haven't. I think I know that we all have each other's back, and I'm serious about this. Like when Ken Heron had his car accident, I didn't know him that well. It was actually about 6 months to a year after I'd met him, but instantly we put up a GoFundMe account, and all these people donated. All these people were like, "How can I help?" And that's really it. I mean, that's the number one thing. Is it's weird. I have friends all around the world, just like you with Hendrik. You and Hendrik are really tight. Well, I'm pretty tight with Quadcopter Guide with Felix over in Germany. You know, went and saw him when I was in Munich, and so yeah, that's number one. Is just like I didn't ever expect that either. And it's interesting because I've talked to a lot of other people who do YouTube. I think that our group is actually, I mean, there's definitely groups that hang out together and know each other, but I had Nick Burns on my live show last Friday, and very good guy. He does tiny whoops, mostly like indoor FPV flying. And Nick said to me, he was surprised how many people in the chat that I knew. He's like, wow, you knew everybody in the chat. You know, I was like, yeah, these are my peeps. I mean, and it's just, that's the coolest part.
Yeah, I agree. Meeting all these people and having people all over the world. It's not just all over your state, your city, your country. It's all over everywhere. And it's really cool. Like whenever I get to meet people, I have people pop in my tattoo studio and said, hey, dude, I watch your videos. I just wanted to say hi. And that is so cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, it's awesome.
We've got a second special guest that has just joined us. We got Ed Ricker. Those of you who do not know Ed Ricker, hopefully he can post his link to his channel. I'm sure you know him. He's got way more subscribers than I do. Dude's almost hitting 200,000 if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, Ed?
I think I'm at 156. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes, we can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gaining on Kelly, I must say. But no, we're both on the way to 200K for the 200K plaque that doesn't exist. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's funny. You think about that, 100, and then the next one is 1 million, right?
It's all good. Hey, it's going to be a goal. How are we all doing today? Nice to see everyone in the chat.
Yeah, we've got all the usuals in here and a few others that are not. And we've got some snowboarders in here and some other people.
Some unusuals.
Kelly, I like to hear the interview questions and the answers. That was awesome to get some insight into the history of your channel and
Thank you.
how you approach some of your videos and everything. So
that was all Sean. That was all Sean coming up with that stuff. And it's funny because I know all that stuff, like my first video and why I did it, but most people don't. And so I'm glad I had a platform here to share that stuff. That was cool.
Very cool. And just so you guys are watching, that is what I want to do. Like if Ed comes on by himself, I'd like to interview Ed. If you want to come back sometime and do this with me, maybe whenever you're here in person, because Ed is coming out, if you guys don't know, February and sometime in February, and he's going to come out. And it seems like my audio has worked from what everybody said. Nobody says I seem like an old kung fu movie tonight, so hopefully I fixed it.
Oh, you sound great.
And syncing is good and everything too, because I think you said that your audio is not syncing with your video. It looks good.
It didn't used to, but this is the first time I've done it without having that 26 monitor plugged in. That's the only difference. And I also have a much faster internet. So, but last time I did it, I had that plugged in, and I still got the issues, even with the faster internet. So
actually, I'm looking at you really, really intently right now, and I think there might be a small delay, but it's not anything that I'd noticed before, to be honest. And I think I'd probably just, put that seed in people's brain now. So sorry.
Yeah. So we'll look into that and fix that later. Before we talk snowboarding, because I know some of you guys, it's getting late for some of you guys. Let's do a couple giveaways. All right.
Yeah.
And then I want to show Kelly where you're going to go, Ed, and a couple clips from today to make you guys a little jealous, and then we can wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Ed, I got to say too, man, for someone who didn't have a lot of experience in snowboarding, I think your second year, you're going to have twice as much fun on the slopes because it's just like all muscle memory is going to come back and you're going to be like chasing Sean down the mountain.
I hope so. And what I was doing, I've been doing this a lot recently, is doing a lot of longboarding and hoping that maybe is some sort of way to cross-train into it. Also, so I found this 6-story parking garage with an elevator that's empty on the weekends.
Right.
So I go all the way down the thing, take the elevator. I did like 20 times, and I wasn't even like that story. It was great. No pumping. It was really fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be giving Sean a run for his money. I shouldn't say that. well, he still has those Colorado lungs, so he's going to win anyway.
I am older than you, so they still get affected more than like the young guys. Like today, we hiked up to the very top of the mountain and went to back bowls. And the guys Jonathan and those guys are in their 20s. And, I'm 47, so I'd be like needing a break here and there. So you got me beat there. All right, guys, let's give away a couple stickers.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A couple stickers first, and then we'll go into the
Does Ed Ricker have stickers? Is there a Ricker sticker?
I don't know. That just sounds pretty good. I like that.
I would totally put a Ricker sticker on my laptop if I had
That'd
one.
Be really cool. Well, thank you for that idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have
a couple good ideas that I hope people don't steal, but that one's pretty close.
Well, that kind of belongs to you, right? Nobody's unless they're gonna change their name.
Well, there's a guy in I think Germany whose name is Ed Ricker. I've known him for about 10.5 years. We found each other on Facebook, so hopefully he's not watching.
Oh, the Ricker sticker, yeah. I will make them first.
That's great. All right, guys. So stickers first. Now these are my Summit Ink tattoo stickers. Can you guys see those?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let me make them bigger for just a second.
By the way, did you see, Sean? I posted on Instagram your sticker on my laptop.
I did see that, and it looks great. You placed it a little different of an angle than I would have, but it's your sticker, so do whatever you want. All right, so these are my new logos with the mountains. I'm embracing the mountain thing. Can you even see the mountains on those? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is you can choose your color, blue, black, or white. So the winner can choose the color. And I've gone ahead and I've already written a number down on a piece of paper right here. And it's between 1 and 40 because we got 40 viewers. And the first one to guess the number in the chat gets a sticker. And we're going to do that for the Yeti sticker next. And then we're going to do the drone skull sticker. Different numbers for all of them.
So Scott, why don't you private chat us the numbers so we can be on the lookout for it?
Yeah, there we go. I can do that.
I'm looking right now. I see 22. I see 16. I see 6. I see 39, 39, 37, 5. I'm like an auctioneer. 37, 20, 32, 17, 22, 12, 22, 34, 34, 10, 11, 33, 29. And I'm on top chat. I need to switch over to live chat.
Nobody's won yet.
2, 8, 8, 44. 31, 25, 7, 7, 2, 27, 12.
I can't believe it's taking this long to
10,
guess.
3, 1, 38, 11, 15, 28, 4, 6, 26, 39, 18, 4, 360 LOL. And
how is nobody guessing this?
15, 16, 35, 9, 30, 18. Wow. It's going by.
Wow,
really
it's going so fast.
47, 28, 22, 13, 3. Question.
I did send you guys the number in the private chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I feel like maybe I saw that.
I don't think so. I've been looking too.
Okay.
I can't. Wow.
Let me review. I'm gonna go back and keep going with the new ones.
Yeah. I'm scrolling. I'm gonna give everybody a hint. It's an even number.
Okay.
Make this go a little faster. The number is even. Even Steven.
Maybe I should do a smaller.
It is not a prime number. How about that?
You know what the number is not a prime number.
Baxter. Oh, wait a minute.
Drake, did you see it?
Drake
I thought I saw it.
Wilson.
Hold on. Did we see it there?
Drake Wilson. Or Drake Walton. Sorry.
Drake Walton. Right. Hold on. No, everybody stop for a second. I got to try to find that.
Drake Walton.
I think he's the first one.
Actually, A. Allen.
Oh, wait.
A. Allen. Wait. The number A. Allen has it. Drake Walton had it. Drake Walton had it before that, though. He's done it more than once.
Oh, did he? Okay, everybody stop posting. We're going to just check the numbers. Okay, so just so you know, the number was, can you see that? No, you can't.
No, not really.
Sharpie. The number was 24. It's on there. I swear to God, it's on there.
Yeah, he did text that too. So I think Drake Walton, because Drake Walton did it, then A. Allen did it, then Drake Walton did it again.
Okay, so Drake Walton, I'm going to put my email address in the chat. And you can send me your address.
Drake Walton!
And I will put you what color sticker. Make sure in the email you tell me if you want them.
How many of those do you get printed normally, Sean?
Depends on the sticker. So the little Yetis, I got 500.
Okay, and what about the ones you're giving away?
The one 50 each.
Oh, okay.
Or no, 100 each. I'm sorry, 100 each.
Oh, well then just give them all 3, man. Don't be stingy.
Okay, you get all 3 colors.
There you go, Drake. Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know what I usually do, Kelly, is I slip in other ones and just don't tell them, so it's a surprise.
Oh, wow.
So they feel like, oh, look, he threw in extras, but you just ruined it for me.
All right. Tell me which one you like, and I will send you exactly one.
Drake, email me that. Boom. You get all 3 of the summoning stickers there.
Whoa, your room just got really big. Like we're
getting the echo effect.
Oh, dude, hold on, let me fix this. Come on, is it messed up still? What is going on? Hold on.
Was that just your voice? I think it was just your voice, right?
Okay, yeah,
no, it's back to normal, but it was all of a sudden. It was very
all right, so there we go.
Oh yeah,
it's back now.
There we go. Okay, sorry, I threw the stickers and it hit my my effects thing. Turned it on.
Hey Ed, I have a question for you.
What's that?
Have you seen this thing?
I don't even know what that is, man.
That is
like a kick drum pedal thing.
Have you heard of a wow stick?
Oh, wow stick?
Again. Kelly, what is that?
Stick.
A wow stick? No.
It is a.
I've been told I have one.
It is a electric screwdriver, and it's got a USB. See, look, it worked. You said wow. It's got a USB port. It's got a light built into it. It's got a whole bunch of different accessories, like all those weird little connectors that look like stars, and it's not a normal screwdriver kind of thing. It comes with all of those. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and with as much building as you do, I think you should get one.
So it's got enough torque with the.
It's got a built-in lipo. I was going to get it out here and show it to you, but I thought of you when I got this. Anyway, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So what's the price on that?
This kit right here, I think is $50, and it comes with the wow stick itself. Plus, these are all different tips for it. So like each of the tips will go on and come off.
They're saying Torx are safety bits for those particular types of screws, which is I find them a lot in GoPros, especially when I was taking apart one of my GoPros to make it a decased GoPro. But we'll talk about decased action cams later.
Oh yes, dude! I finally watched your video of here's an example. This is a thing that's entirely full of different tips for it. And then it has a little thing on the outside, and there's 4 of these that come in it, so it's very well stocked. I finally watched your invisible camera, invisible drone video. That was some awesome footage. That was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, well, it's easy to get started with that type of thing, especially with the 1R. And I have it here, but I mean, I don't know. I'm sure we have.
I do. If there's time, I would love to talk about that some, Ed. Let's get these giveaways done, and then hopefully some of these guys who are interested in the FPV drones and the 360s, and I'm hoping that before you get here, I have a chance to buy one of these DJI FPV drones. I'm hopefully. I don't know the release date, but we'll see. Let's give away a Yeti sticker. Let me make it big so you guys can see it. So this is a snowboarding Yeti sticker, right?
That's the one I have.
Oh yeah, this is the big one. This one's about 4 inches instead of the 2 inches. But if you guys want to do this, let's do less numbers. Let's do 1 through 30, and I've already written it down on the paper. So start guessing.
Text it to us.
Okay, I will do that. Let me put us all in the screen.
1 through well, all right.
1 through 30.
Michael Wright says he bought one of the Wow Sticks. Yeah, I love it. It's very handy. All right, we got 6, we got 22, we got 17, 12, 27, 22, 21, 17, 11, 17, 5, 11. What am I looking for here? Oh, wait, Matt.
Shit.
Matt Cundiff, early on.
Oh, yeah, yep. I see it there. Okay, Matt's one.
You're the winner.
Matt, right there. Let me
highlight
your
name. Simple game, but so much of a rush.
It's fun though.
I feel like an auctioneer.
Right? It's almost like
these out way before I see them, Kelly. I'm not sure. You must have great internet latency or something.
So
it's like roulette, right?
Ed, you seem like the kind of guy that would be an auctioneer. Like you could do that. I mean, you're an actor, you're a producer, you're a drone pilot. Have you ever done auctioneering?
No, I've attended some auctions though, and I've always thought it would be fun to try, but I also get tongue twisted very easily. Although I guess if you just kind of rattling out that speed doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just kind of blabber.
Half the time you're not saying anything anyway. Yeah, no, I mean I would be really rock with you, but it seems to me like Kelly, you got like a 5 or 10 second lead on me with reading these numbers, so I'm just letting you go for it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just making some notes so I send the right people the right stickers.
Right.
Yep, that was Matt. Way to go, Matt. Way to pick a random number and win a prize.
Yeah, right. It's fun. It's fun.
Sean wants to know exactly what color you want.
No, there's only one color. It's just a Yeti.
And just to clarify, then the winning number was 16.
16,
yes, it was. And what was? My memory sucks. Who won the first one?
That was not A. Allen. It was Drake Walton. Drake.
That's right. Okay, so just making notes here. Okay. Let's make this last one because I know those drone guys want the drone sticker. Right?
Oh yeah.
This is custom. Just in case you don't know, these props are actually the original Mavic Pro exact measurements and props. I lay down a Mavic Pro, trace it out, drew it based off of a Mavic Pro, and then put the Jolly Roger. If you know what a Jolly Roger is, it's on the Pirates flag. It's a skull and crossbones.
Yeah, it's on your shirt as well.
Oh yeah, you can buy these by the way. All these are for sale, and I'll link the store in the chat. Why didn't I think about that? Duh. Right?
And a pretty awesome thing. I was at Ken Herron's meetup, the thing he did in Tennessee at Minefield, and Sully is a pilot who flies FPV and sometimes watches these videos. His wife showed up with one of your shirts, and she's that's awesome. Walking up, and I'm like, "You got a Sean Oz shirt on?" She's like, "Yep."
I love that. That's awesome. I'm actually working on new designs for the sticker store. I am working on, are you familiar with Ratfink and Ed Roth?
Oh, yeah.
I'm working on an alien like Ratfink style flying a drone, like an FPV drone with flames and stuff coming out of it. Nice. I think that'd be a killer sticker, as well as a few other things that I don't want to mention. Oh, real quick before we give this guy away, I am working on a snowboard design for myself. I did one for Jonathan Buckhouse, which he's going to have printed, but I'm working with a company called Gilson, and my art is going to be on one of their snowboards. And wow. I'm so stoked on that. And if it goes well, I'll get the opportunity to do more.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm incredibly stoked on that. It's so cool. It reminds me of all the old skateboard graphics and how cool that would have been to get to do art.
Well, and I was about to say, actually, so my nephew, my sister's son, is a big skateboarder, and he told me years ago, his friends, they call themselves the Dolphin Gang. And I don't know why, but they're the Dolphin Gang.
That's an interesting gang name.
He said, I said, man, if you could have any piece of art, what would it be? And he said, I'd want a dolphin in a throne wearing a suit with a big chain around his neck and gold all over his fins, like gold ring, like a blinged out dolphin, basically. Yeah. And so I had a guy who worked for me at the time who was just a great artist drawer. I bought a blank skateboard deck and gave it to him. He painted it on there for me, like drew it on there for me, and then I sealed it and sanded it, and and then I went to Zoomies because that's all I knew to do, and got all the best trucks and wheels and all that stuff put on it, and it was an awesome gift.
Very nice, man. I love
you could buy a blank skateboard thing and put art on it.
Yeah, but I'd rather put it on these snowboards and they sell them, and then I make money on everyone they sell. That sounds so much more fun to me. That would have been fun when I was like 15 and I didn't care about making money. Oh, but I do paint skateboards occasionally, Kelly. They hang in my shop. You've seen some of them.
Yes, you're right.
And
you have a Pal Peralta. You have a
I do. Caballero.
Steve Caballero. Yep, I had that same board.
I have a soy too. I have a soy hanging up right next to that. Okay, drone sticker, drone skull. I told you the background. You guys ready? The numbers are going to be between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. Yes, I'm making it harder on this one because it's the last sticker.
Did you already send us? You already sent us the one.
I did.
Yep, all right.
Yep. So 1 and 50.
All right. What do we got here? Ray Kelly says 6. Michael Wright says 2. And Dan Druda says 6. And Drake Walton says 50.
Oh, we got a winner already. Well, we'll stop. We got a winner.
Winner.
Yes, we do.
And does this have anything to do with your age, Sean?
Yes, it does.
All right.
And where'd it go? Where's the first? A few people got it, but where the hell?
Veradale Ware.
That was the first one. Right?
Veradale Ware.
Yep. So same thing. Email address is in the chat. If you need me to write it again, let me know. Otherwise, send me an email, or you can do it on Twitter or whatever. And I will put this in the mail for you. So that is all the sticker giveaways for tonight. And the sticker giveaways will be at every single live show I do. And every single live show, we're going to play this and give away stickers. And I'll have new stickers coming periodically. So hopefully every month I'll get new stickers.
Sean's giveaway email is Sean@skinflukes.com.
So there's the winning numbers right there.
There you go. If you own that domain, you actually could have that email address.
I could. You really should actually. You're gonna make me consider that would be pretty good.
And did you know that? Did you know this? Did you know that?
Well, I was listening earlier. Yeah. So I think that's pretty interesting. Yeah. By the way, I thought another thing that was interesting. The winning number was 47, and as soon as Sean posted in our little private chat that it was 47, I see that Joe Powers. It didn't win because it wasn't part of this, the number system. But he's a 47-year-old skateboarder.
I saw that.
Maybe unless he's talking about. You, Sean, because you're also 47. But I think that's kind of a funny coincidence that 47 was posted right as soon as you put the number up. Of course, we couldn't use that. So,
well, okay. And let me send a sticker to Ravel Hul. I probably pronounced your name wrong because you said I look younger than 47. So you get a sticker. You're gonna get a sticker.
That's how it works around here.
So send me an email and I'll send you a sticker.
Sean, just so you know, you were saying about US only. You can actually buy stamps, international stamps that are like $2 or something.
The stickers I send out to everybody.
Yeah.
When we start getting into prizes and packages, because I have a whole box load.
I have dropped 4 figures on shipping, not to one person, but like after spin up and stuff. I've gone to the post office and had to spend so much money on shipping out everything. I need to do better at that.
And Ray Kelly, it's a good thing you didn't win because I would have taken your sticker away.
Ray.
Oh, God, come on. I don't want to be 49 yet. I'm close. All right, so there's our winners for that. Now, let's, before we get into snowboarding, God, my table's a mess over here. Let's break this out. This is mine. It's going to come with 1 battery, the winner here. 1 battery. It's got my little signature on both these things. You can still, I would suggest jumping on Insta's site or Amazon and buying yourself more batteries as quickly as possible because they are going to stop making this one. Now, that doesn't mean you can't use it. You need to download the app, and you can, when you win it and you're not quite sure what app, you can always email me, but download the editing app, the Insta361X editing app, and you'll be able to do all the stuff that I was showing you guys earlier in the very beginning of this live stream.
And probably upgrade the firmware when you get it too.
I just used it the other day, so it should be all up to date.
All right.
And this pole disappears because it's thin enough, and you extend it out, right? You twist the pole, and you extend it out, and it's similar like the drone that we were talking about earlier. And because it is thin here, it actually uses this camera and that camera to make the pole disappear. You don't have to do anything about it. That is why it's straight. Okay, so just a little tip for the winner: don't sit around and film it like this. You don't have to point it at yourself. Okay, you don't have to be looking at a lens like you're used to. You can actually have it sideways like this, and it still gets you. But don't have it close, because if it's close like this, it'll put this line through you. Okay,
it's a little bit, which is crazy.
That's the theme.
Yep.
Hey, Sean, by the way, I just registered the domain disappearingpole.com.
That could be used for all kinds of things, Kelly.
Sounded good. It was available.
All right, so let me first share.
I
got to share a couple things before we tell who the winner is. I want to share a few comments and talk about what the actual answers were. Okay, so give me just a second to pull these up. You guys talk away while I get everything loaded, if you want to.
Well, Ed, did you see we got snow in Texas last weekend?
Yes, and I saw your video as you were snowboarding down. Thought that was pretty cool.
It was great. It was like the whole neighborhood was out there. Everybody was having a great time.
I wish we had something. I mean, it was just raining and windy, and it's been kind of cold. And I don't know. I do hope we get a little bit of snow. I remember last year we got it around the time that you and I went to visit Sean. So maybe mid to late February.
Are there hills nearby where you could go sled or snowboard or something?
Yeah, probably. Well, not to any great degree, but I mean, hey, we could make do. I got a few bodyboards and stuff like that. I do not have like a snowboard collection like you guys, or especially like Sean does.
Well, my snowboard I bought in 1991, so it is kind of old. I've gotten several pairs of new boots, and as we talked about in Colorado, really boots are the investment. The boards are less important than the boots. I do have actually a technical question for you, Ed. Quick FPV question. I was flying my my 6-inch day before yesterday, and my air unit would not record. The button wouldn't. The button on the DJI remote wouldn't actually start it, and I had it set to auto start. You know how you can have it start when it takes off, and it also wasn't coming on. And I was just trying to figure out what could be going on. It might be the card wasn't fast enough.
It would at least start, and then it would maybe stop because of some reason and give you a warning. But it should at least start with the recording. And then
pushing the button, it would never start. And I'm also wondering if perhaps it's might be a firmware thing. Maybe I need to update the firmware on the air unit or something.
Or check in there and see if there's some dirt or something inside. Maybe there's something blocking some of the pins.
That actually could be, because I've crashed this guy a few times. So yeah,
you never know with the air unit filling up with dirt. All right.
Are you guys ready? Whoa, yeah. All right. So 2 videos. We have a winner that we had to have both videos, and there were certain hashtags. So we're gonna start with video number 2 first. All right. I'm gonna talk about. We had a lot of people get it right on video number 2. That one, I guess I made it a lot easier because people were just left and right making that one right. So let me share what that was real quick. And the hashtags for video 2 were, and this is as simple as they had to be: lava lamp, bowling pin, Pac-Man. Hashtags mean you put the hashtag symbol and then the hashtag. And that was video 2. And we had, let me take this off the screen. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people get that right. Wow. On the number 2. I was impressed. So let me read some names. I'm going to read the names of who got it right. But you got to get it right on both of them and be here tonight. That's the whole thing, okay? And I'm probably never going to do a giveaway like this again because, oh my God, was it a pain in the butt going through all these? I'm talking, I was up late last night. Okay, so Peter H., you got that right on vid 2. Cooking Made Easy. Elise Dalmay, Dan Dudra, Sunrise Water Media, In Our Films, sort of got it right. It was close enough. Verdell Ware, sort of got it right. It was close enough. Joe Powers, Addie Overbeck, and Manamix. Now, I probably pronounced a lot of those wrong.
Audi Overbeck.
Which one?
Audi Overbeek.
Overbeek. Okay. So if you are here and I read your name off, say, yes, I'm here. And just do hashtag here. Okay. So we can see you that you're here. Okay. And then we will move on to video 2 or video 1, the original video.
I know Sunrise Water Media is here.
He was here earlier. Hopefully he's still here because his name is on the list.
And Veridale Ware. Where are you from? I'm curious. You look like you could be a Viking.
All right. Do we got anybody here? Peter H is here. Okay, excellent. Quite a few of them here. Great. Excellent. Okay.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, man.
This is where it's going to be a bummer for some of you guys because some of you didn't get even close to right. Some of you got almost right on the first one. Maybe you didn't quite grasp it on the first one. But it's a much smaller number on the first one. So not all of you got it. And then we'll have to narrow it down with the people that actually got them both right. That's where we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do this. I'm not sure if we're going to do the number thing or something else. Maybe the 3 of us can talk and figure something out. But let me share the hashtags that were correct on video 1. And those were, and I actually went through and made all these hashtags like this so it'd be easy to share with everybody. Sean Oz. So many people got that one wrong. They said shirt, hashtag shirt. And it was like, it's me. I'm right here. I was wearing my shirt, me. It seemed so simple to me. Now this one, R2D2, and everyone behind me, they would say it was the light board, and it was like right floating above his head, sort of like a thought bubble. And even in the video, there was a point where I zoom in to R2D2 and made the noise of R2D2 in the video. Like, boom, if that was, how much more of a hint did you need, right? And then, of course, number 3 was the skateboard. Most people got that. They different variations of the skateboard. And the Pac-Man was interesting because they would say all these, I'll share a couple comments.
Like video game or something.
Video game or right side ghost and things like that, where it was just Pac-Man. People were overthinking it. And I get it. Nobody knows exactly what to do, but I gave hints to simplify it in that second video. I gave a lot of hints to simplify it, and I think that's why they got it. But a lot of these people didn't go back to the first video, even though I was giving these major hints to go back and fix it. So the only 2 people, let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of this real quick. How do you get rid of this?
Can you hear my drum roll?
Yes, there you go. There was 2 people, and I was glad because at first I thought there was only 1. I'm going through all these comments, and I'm like, crap, only 1 person got it right. But 2 did. And I'm seeing some comments and they think, oh, no, crap. And they're realizing that they got it a little off. The 2 people who got it right, Sunrise Water Media and Peter H.
Peter H.
Both of you are here. What? So that's a dilemma I have right now. We've got to decide, how do we decide between you guys? Because you both took the time to go watch both videos, get the hashtags correctly, and come and sit here for how long have we been on? Over an hour?
Yeah.
And listen to me and us blabber about a whole bunch of stuff that you probably don't care about to win. So what do? Do we do the number game again? Or do we come up with something else?
When you did giveaways, Kelly, with Spin Up, did you ever have to do a tiebreaker of some sort?
Oh, well, yeah, I made everybody write a song or do a cover of my song. So
okay.
No, I'm thinking maybe the first one of them to super chat you $50 wins. How about that?
I love that. I haven't got a single super chat all night, and that's fine. We don't do these live shows for super chats. But damn, they're fun when they come in.
Just a good time.
So yeah. How about this? How about this?
Like Steve? Look at what Steve said. They split it. They share it. One uses it for 6 months. The other one shares it with the other.
That's good. That's good. We need more sharing in this world. How about? Let me think about this for just a second.
Our backup is the number game, right? So we'll do a large sum of numbers and make you guys guess numbers for like 10 minutes.
Well, or I believe that I could match a gift to someone, to one of those 2. You could send, and I'm going to see if it's all right with you guys. I'm going to see Sunrise Water Media on Saturday. we're going to a fly meetup kind of thing on Saturday. How about if Sunrise Water Media is okay, what is it called? Deferring to Peter H, then I will bring him something that will be TBD, and he'll just have to trust. He'll have to trust that it's going to be as good as that camera.
I also like what Drake just said, do a trivia. But the problem with trivia is we're all online. Unless it's a personal trivia about myself that you guys don't actually know and you're just guessing.
Well,
I was not prepared.
About yourself.
I was not prepared for this. I do like what you're saying, Kelly, but that's really up to the contestants. I bet you Peter's all down with that.
Peter's down with that, and I've Sunrise Water Media. I've actually given him a couple of drones already, so he might.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt you. Look at this Bluegrass $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Okay, I could come up with a really good trivia right now if you want it.
Here's put it in the private chat. Let me see what it is.
Okay.
Now, Sunrise did say sounds good, but go for it if you want.
He said sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just have a trivia anyways, and then we can do that. Where's Peter at? I haven't seen him. Is he still in here? Did he leave?
Oh no, that's that.
Because if he's not here, then he forfeits.
Well, let's see. Did he do the hashtag here earlier?
I saw him earlier. I think he did say here earlier.
Peter H was here earlier.
Well, no, he's still here because I just did his hashtag. He's still
Okay, he's still here. He's just we need your opinion, Peter. What do you think? Because you're one of the two finalists there, so it's between you and Sunrise Water Media. Do you want to do what Kelly proposed? Because Chris from Sunrise Water Media, he said he's down for that. And we can still do a trivia just for fun and just see who would have gotten it. That could be cool too, if you want to do that. So you, Peter, and Chris need to decide if that works for you. Sunrise says Peter would probably, what would you use it for, Peter? Tell us that. Because Chris is saying that that you would probably use it better anyways. So why don't you tell us that real quick? Oh, Kelly disappeared on us.
That's okay. I'm still here.
We love you, Ed. I can't wait to tell you. Like, I still have to reach back out to Insta 360, but if we're able to get that stuff, we're going to be able to make some fun videos when you get here.
Cool. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to freeze my hands. I've been staying outside, even though it's cold a little bit here. I've been trying to stay without much clothing just to kind of get my body acclimated to some of those freezing temperatures I'm expecting.
Ed, I'm guessing you didn't see my video where I share the gloves that I use with touch sensitivity up here all the time to fly in.
Well, you told me about them. I have not seen the video, but I should check it out.
You should. They're like $20. They're nothing, and they
get a little commission. Let's be real here.
Of course I do.
Okay. Well, then I'll make sure to your link there.
Let me tell you, Ed. They didn't send me the gloves. I share those gloves because I bought 3 pairs of them.
You believe in them.
I do. I love them.
There's value to that. That's good. Well, I'll check it out. In fact, I'll bring it up. I'm just going to have it in the background for when I sign off here.
Sunrise agreed to Kelly's proposal, but Peter is not saying anything about it. We need Peter to talk.
He said he's still here, but
we need to hear what his opinion is
right.
and what he wants to use this for. And then we can go from there. And Kelly, where did he go? He must have had a bathroom break.
Maybe Peter's just thinking about what he might be able to use it for.
Peter,
you can use it out on the water.
Okay, that would actually be beautiful. And Peter, do you agree to the terms with Sunrise Water Media?
Okay, did you guys get it solved?
He just told us what he wanted to use it for. He does a lot of sailing, and he could use it out on the water. And these actually would be killer because he could lean it over the edge of his boat. And you got an extra one of those? Okay, so you both get one. Boom!
Wow!
Problem solved. Holy crap!
Pretty well.
What hell?
I gotta find it. But yes, I have an Insta 360 1X, and it can go to Sunrise Water Media.
Yeah, since you're going to see him in person, boom and boom. Look at that. You both win.
Right on. Pretty cool.
Adding to the myth that Kelly Shores is a nice guy.
Oh, yeah. You're just covering it up. We all know the truth. Okay, so go ahead, Peter, and email me your address. 2.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think,
put
mine comes with 2 batteries actually. So
Oh,
no.
that's a whole new contest in and of itself. The extra battery. No.
and
Now
the cable.
we'll see. We'll
And-
see. I
and
might
the
have.
little case.
I don't. Mine didn't come with a little case like that. What? I have the box. Do you have the box?
I don't have the box. No.
I have the box. So
Much for
Peter,
being
you will get the box.
Full disclosure, Chris,
And a pole.
the lens on one side is a little scratched.
Oh, let's see. Lens on this. No scratches.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, that's all right.
all right. Excellent. What was your?
It's not a bad scratch, actually.
Well, it takes a lot of scratches before these actually show the scratches.
Yeah.
My 1R has a little bit of a scratch, but it kind of just disappears. Yeah.
No, I got up to go see if I could find this because I remember finding this, I don't know, a week ago or so. I was looking for something else and I was like, oh, I still have that. And so, and not that I have like so many cameras, but that was back when I was on their list and they were sending me stuff, and they sent me that one a long time ago, and I used it a bit. And,
1R now, right?
What's that?
You have the 1R?
I have the 1R. And I have the Max, so I have lots of 360 options.
Yeah, so you're not touching that one anymore. Yeah, the Max and the 1R are definitely better than this one. But this one's not bad. You guys, when I say that, I don't mean to downplay this one. This has got me into 360. This is
and remember, you can always visit disappearingstick.com.
All right, so Peter, you send me your email, or you email me your address. The sticker guys that won that, you email me, and that's the contest. I really enjoy all those who entered. I think that was really awesome. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the hashtag thing. I don't know if I'll do it like that again because it was definitely a pain, but I think it worked out okay. I mean, it worked out great, especially with Kelly jumping up and doing what he did.
Oh yeah. Wow.
But yeah,
we have like a.
What was your trivia question?
Hold on, I'll show you.
We're gonna have trivia anyways and see which one of you guys would have got it. And yeah, Kelly is very kind of hearted. He's definitely a glass half full kind of guy. If you guys are not subscribed to Ready Set Drone, someone in that moderator share that. Oh, that's awesome. Put it in the chat, Kelly's channel. And if anyone who isn't subscribed to his channel, he does giveaways on his channel too. So go.
This was my. That's
Dudley Do right?
Yes, that is Dudley. You just answered it, but yes, Dudley Do Right.
I bet you Ed didn't know that.
I actually had to Google it when you put the name in the text there.
Yeah.
So I know now.
Now you know.
Oh, did I just mess up your trivia?
He was part of so like.
Sorry, I win.
What do you win? Just keeping that thing up.
I win Kelly's Insta 361X.
I'll send you mine. You send yours over to Peter, and Peter
got an extra battery out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
No, there's this whole set of cartoons that went along with Underdog that kind of were in the same time period, and Dudley Do Right and Chumley and was the Walrus and Commander McBragg, and I don't know if you remember all those, but anyway, I need the cricket sound effect.
I do.
Right. I wish I had a bunch of sound effects on this thing. I mean, I have a lot of vocal effects, but no sound effects.
That's all we need.
I'm just excited that my vocals have stayed pretty much matched up all night. That's a first for me. It's definitely got to be the monitor.
Yeah.
Oh, so the giveaway. Drake is asking if we're going to do another giveaway, and Drake, yes, I am going to do another giveaway. Not tonight, but just let me show you guys what's to come. Okay, let me just grab some stuff, and it won't be every single live show that I give away one of these bigger things, but I hope to once a month at least do one of these bigger things, and it might just be the number game or something silly like that. I don't know. So I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourself, and I'm going to have a pile of stuff.
Kelly,
so
does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Do you remember Ray Stevens?
Oh, you're just not going to answer? Okay, fine. No. I do not remember Ray Stevens.
Well, he had a song called I think it was called Harry the Hairy Ape, and I think "Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor" was one of the things he mentions in that song. It's the only time I've ever heard it referenced.
Okay. So I thought you were just going to change subjects. I'm like, well, you got to tell me, Kelly. I mean, I have like 10 up there right now. I could tell you right now if they lose flavor. Anyway, by the way, I am looking forward to trying out this 7-inch. I finally got the arms to.
Nice.
So That's what I'll be taking to Colorado. I've been having a few issues here and there with the stability, but
is there GPS?
Right
nice. Wow.
Right
yeah. Oh, you got it on the camera.
Yeah, well, it's on the mount, and so I have to turn off the GPS and the Wi-Fi on the GoPro in order to not affect the GPS lock there. But yeah, there was no other place. The battery's so freaking huge that there's no real place to put it on the back of it. It just kind of hangs so far. So that's where it kind of.
Wait, that's a 6S. What's the milliamp?
5S, 2200 milliamp hour.
Yeah, that is a big battery.
About 10 minutes flight time, 9.5, maybe 9-10.
Very cool.
I think in Colorado, maybe more like 8, especially with the cold weather.
Yeah. But still, that looks great. So that was your 5-inch that you converted to.
So when I was on your live stream, I didn't have the arms.
Yep,
and
I remember.
At that point, also, I just didn't have the motors. But look at these beautiful motors.
They're pretty.
They're actually kind of affordable. They're the Eco 2 by Emax.
They're kind of blinged out too.
I don't know if.
Oh yeah, it's showing. No, I can see it.
So and that looks like it's printed on the bottom. The red is printed, huh?
Yeah, that's just TPU printed, and that's just finally focused on there. Well, no, it didn't anyway. Yeah, there are a couple different things that are kind of maybe you could say unnecessary, but they will kind of help with the longevity of some of the carbon fiber. So I keep them on, even though it makes it a tad bit heavier.
Nice. No, that's going to be, and you've got it set up with a full air unit.
Full air unit, of course, the bi-blade props for efficiency's sake.
Yep.
A longer antenna, so we can
a little further away.
Yep. And then I did mount the Crossfire in the back as opposed to being in front, just because a couple times I have kind of put this into the dirt, and that kind of makes the Crossfire Mortal T go. So
I just read the private chat. Sorry about ruining the
No.
I just saw that.
I'm just impressed that you knew who it was.
Oh,
you're showing your age.
I watched it was part of the whole Hanna-Barbera stuff, right?
Hanna-Barbera, that's right. The world of Hanna-Barbera.
So I'm going to show you guys some things that'll be coming in other live streams that I give away. It won't be hashtag. These are items that aren't like big ticket items, but they're still fun, and I think you can have fun with them. So if you guys do subscribe to the channel and you do meet me every first and third Monday, here we'll always give away stickers, and we'll do stuff like a Lego drone, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So we'll probably do the number game or something like that for most of this. Or if I can come up with some other things, we'll come up with some other things. Now you'll have to actually own an original Mavic Pro to win this. This is a multi-charger, charges all 3 batteries same time.
I think I had, was it blue?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I had that same one, and actually
everybody got that one.
Yeah, I gave it away to somebody who still had a Mavic Pro.
Yep. Here is a landing pad, one of those ones you throw it out, pops up. So all kinds of fun stuff like this. Here is a little case that was for the Mavic Air original. But you can use it for whatever you want, right? I mean, it's a cool little case.
Yeah, actually, funny thing, I'm using mine for my Osmo Pocket. My Osmo Pocket is in a Mavic Air case.
Nice. Here's a 3 set of cases that are for the original Mavic. You got your Mavic Pro goes in that one. Your controller fits in this one, and a battery. You don't have to use them for that. They fit inside each other real nicely. And that's the kind of stuff I'm going to give away. There's a little bit more. So let me just go through it, because I got to ask you if one thing's okay, Kelly. This is a harness for GoPro, right? It's a chest harness. So if you're into action cameras and stuff, that'd be one of the things. There's 2 little stands that can hold like a phone for little tripods. And I think you can convert them to hold. No, they're just phone holders. But, little things like that might help you if you're newer to YouTube and you're looking for some accessories. If you're into action cameras, here's screen protector glass for your GoPro 8. Now, this is what I think is the big ticket item here. I love this bag, but I just don't use it anymore. This is a Lycus bag. I did a video review on it, and this thing was awesome. Like, it really, I don't know if you can see in there, but it was so compact and fit so much stuff with your camera gear or your drone or whatever you wanted to put in there. Had so many flaps and pockets. So that one will come up with something cool to give it away.
That's a really cool case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really nice. And
by the way, we do have a true YouTube star in the audience now. Aldrin just joined the Flight Path.
Aldrin, you missed all the fun with the number game. Maybe we'll do one more sticker. He can join in on the fun.
We were talking earlier about YouTube growth. Man, his channel has just exploded.
It has. Well, Aldrin, when you did Spin Up #1, what was?
I think that was the start of it, really. I think when he came to Spin Up 1, he was just kind of like puttering along, and then boom, that was like rocket fuel.
What was your subscriber count, Aldrin, when you were at Spin Up 1, if you remember? And Kelly, if you're okay, since I don't use this was gifted to me by a really cool guy. I thought it'd be nice to pass it along to someone else.
Sure. Yep,
that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Because now that I have the Tiny Hawk S and the Tiny Hawk Freestyle, I'm not even touching this one anymore.
Understood. Yeah. No, I won't be offended at all.
I just S85. What company is that?
That was one I got to review, and I gave it to Sean.
Okay.
So it's just
one of S85 by who, or is that the?
Okay. Probably it says Cyclone FPV RTF. Probably does not have a controller, but this is if you're looking to get into the hobby, this is going to be one of those things.
Yeah. Probably about 3 or 4 years old.
And now I do have some DJI black racing goggles, but I'm probably going to sell those and not give those away. So, but yeah, those kind of things. And as I get more things over the months, I'll pitch in and we'll have new fun stuff. And hopefully one day I'll be. You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to be able to get stuff like the Mini 2 and give one of those away like every couple months. Now, I'm not making enough on my YouTube channel to do it, but damn, I want to make enough on my YouTube channel so I can start giving things to people.
Well, you might make some good view count on that video that you might, give away. I mean, I remember this was about a year and a quarter ago. I gave away just a Mini and I got 10,000 subscribers over one weekend. Just off that one. Didn't even ask to subscribe. They just all did. It was the biggest spike I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
So it might pay for itself. You never know.
Yeah. Well, my Mini 2 is in the shop right now, and we'll share shortly with why that is. Let's you guys want to give away one more Yeti sticker? Anybody should we do one more giveaway?
Shortage of numbers.
Those are nice. Now, do you have your list of people who won so far?
Yes, I do. I'll add to it.
Okay, good.
Good man to remind me of that. So what should we do? 1 through
No. Let's do 78 through 112. 78 through 112.
Okay, that's fine. Let me come up with a number.
I've got it.
You gotta what? You gotta write it down.
I'm gonna text it to you.
Oh yeah, private chat it. There you go.
So 78 through 112.
I don't say it, Sean.
I like that one. Yeah, don't give away the answer.
So I'll also give you guys a quick. I'm watching right now. Give you a quick note about myself. A little more trivia, as if people care. The last digit of that number is my lucky number.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right. So
so we're looking.
We're getting a lot of people coming in, but we do not have anything yet.
Yep. 45, 80, 88, 78, 15 from Michael Wright. Michael Wright, you're about 60 off.
Do I hear 16? Anybody with 16? Anybody with
82, 79, 96, 79, 99, 97, 84.
That was close.
That's how far people are dead.
Wait. I see it. Stop.
You got it?
Stop. Yep. Arizona Drone Dude.
105.
AZ Drone. Dude, I love this sticker game. This is so much fun.
105 was the winning
All right.
number.
105 was Kelly's number. Send me an email. Thank you, Flight Path. I appreciate that you like the new set. Those are actual playable Dig Dug, Miss Pac-Man, and Galaga. And I play them as often as I get the chance. Okay, so yeah, send me an email, AZ Drone Dude. You won. You got a Yeti sticker. So send me the email. If you need it again, say something. Otherwise, it was posted earlier. It's SeanOz@yahoo.com. And I will send that out to you.
Just that's it, right? SeanOz Yahoo. Yep.
And by the way, I keep making that joke. Sean brought it up earlier, so it's not just me being crass.
What's the joke? I missed it.
Sean at skinflute.com.
Oh no, that's fine. No, we all know you have this obsession with Skinflute, Kelly.
It's my favorite website.
Oh man, I would have made it been a billionaire.
Sean Oz owns the domain.
Okay, so let's share a couple things. I was going to share a bunch of screenshots of people who entered, but we've already given the drone away. That's done. Oh, not the drone. I'm sorry, the 360 camera. And what I want to do is share with you guys a couple clips from today that was filmed with the 1X2. All right. Before we do that, I want to share with you something. I think it was filmed with my Zoom. Oh no, it won't share. It's a dot move. Damn it. Oh, I can share a picture. Okay. So let me share this screen. This is where I am bringing you, Ed. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Where is it? Where
To go and to see it.
Okay. Boom. That
Wow.
is Arapahoe Basin.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I'm going to put my mouse on it. Hopefully you can see. Can you see the mouse moving around on it?
I can see it.
Oh, well, that's too big.
Wait, did you take that picture?
I took that picture, yes.
That actually looks like one of the trail maps.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a trail. You know those, the foldable trail maps?
I do. So right here, can you see the mouse moving around?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where is it? Right here, where the mouse is there. That's the beginner lift. It goes up to about right there. Okay. So that's where you'll be hanging out at first. And then
yeah, that's where I'll
just right
there.
there. And as soon as you can do that, we'll go over to this lift. This is
Okay.
Black Mountain Express. We'll go it goes up to about halfway to about right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll come this way is a green right here. It's one of the steepest greens you'll ever see, especially in this part right there. That's steep. Then it's not so bad. We'll probably come around this way. This is easier.
Okay.
And you'll just loop this. Okay. So you'll loop this
Right.
right here.
Maybe less chance for people all the way to the left as well, huh?
If you can link your turns, then there's another lift. You ride right over here behind these trees and you ride all the way up to there.
Wow.
Yeah. And the views from up there are amazing. So we got to try to get it. So worst case scenario, you can slide down one way or another so you can get those views if it's a sunny
What's
day.
the above sea level on that? Do you know?
13 something.
Wow. So that's even higher than last year, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Because we get 12.
That's higher than the pass, Loveland Pass, right?
That it is.
Right. That might be my record
Almost
then.
14er.
Well, okay. So the pass, if you go from the pass and hike up, I don't know if you saw the video. I took my Mavic Mini 2 or Mini 2 and I took off from the pass, same spot we guys were when we were all there. And it didn't seem that windy when I started, but it turned out to be pretty damn windy.
Mm-hmm.
And I flew all the way to the peak, to the max that the drone will go. I'm like 50 feet at the most over the ground. And I got up to 1,600 feet from the takeoff spot. So I probably climbed up to like 12,100 feet and then went from there, or 12,050 and went from there and got up another 1,600 feet on top of that with my Mini 2. And the Mini 2 is not rated to go over, well, I don't remember what it is, 4,000 meters.
5,000 meters.
It's 4,000. I'm pretty sure it's 4,000. Whatever that converts to in feet. I think it was just around 13 or somewhere close to that. And I went over it by just
5,000. Okay, well, go ahead. Keep going. I did the conversion, but I'll let you.
What's the conversion? What was it?
16,400.
4,000. 4,000.
4,000 meters?
Yeah, it's 4,000 meters.
13,123. 13,123.
Yeah. Okay. So I probably got up to 13.5 or so and still flew. And the winds had obviously up there were incredible. Like, so if you haven't seen the video, it's a gorgeous video. Let me find it because you guys might like to watch that.
Did it do okay? Like the Mini 2?
Really nice. I'm going to share with you some clips about the Mini 2 in a second because you said you hadn't seen this. It is pretty crazy what happened. Okay, why is not coming up? Let me just find this one, and then I will share some videos with you that will blow your mind.
I've been flying the Mavic Air 2 a lot lately. I actually got the master air screw props for it, and I don't know why putting bright orange props on it made me want to fly it more. It's like
I flew it today for a realty shoot, because of that 4K 60.
4K 60, yeah. Well, actually, I think it might have been from when you were on my show that you got me back into it. So, good night, Steve Carpenter. Good to see you, and good to see Aldrin in there if he's still there, and really good to see Michael Wright. Man, you had a good show tonight, Sean.
Yeah, man, it was that numbers game is so much fun. I feel like I'm in Vegas. All right, so let me pull up these couple of shots. Do you want to see the drone falling out of the sky shot, or do you want to see the snow shot, like the snow stuff? Which
I want to see drone falling out of the sky.
I've seen the drone fall out of the sky, but I'm willing to see it again. I think it's great.
Let me just right before we do it, because I was where to go? I just shared that mountain. Let me just show you guys like what what conditions look like today. Let me just find one quick video to share. You guys go ahead and talk. It's going to take me a second.
Talking. Whoa. Oh boy.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I already asked him if his chewing gum loses its flavor. That was the last question I had in my head. You already interviewed the guy.
Those hard hitting questions from Ed Ricker. Tell me this, Ed. What's going to be your first Ricker sticker? Is it going to be like a picture of chewing gum, or what are you going to make?
Oh, I'm getting a lot of ideas from this live stream. I think that's great. I'm finding it hard to think right now because I do have to pee really bad, but I'm holding it for Sean.
You really can't concentrate on anything when you have to pee. There's nothing.
Kelly, and I'm wondering when you got that one, the one, what was it? The 1X, so the version of the Insta 360. I thought you went to use the restroom. I thought, okay, well, it's cool that I do too. Well, now it's not cool because you've been on this for 2 hours.
That's true. I haven't peed yet.
I got some water. All right, we got a video. Looks like.
Yep. Okay, so I got 2 videos from today. Then I'll share the drone stuff, and then we'll call it a night.
That's what I want to do right there.
That was today, Kelly.
Wow, that is some powder.
And we got an inch at my house, so it just blew my mind there was this much. Nobody expected it.
This is where you hiked up onto the top of rock.
And that's a good demonstration of the invisible stick.
Yes, it is.
Disappearingstick.com.
Yeah, look at it. It's so soft and it's so much fun. And let me share just another one real quick. These are both real shorts, but I think you'll like this one too.
Yeah,
this one you can really see
there. It looked like you were by yourself.
Oh, we hiked. Not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So let me hit play on this. And so this is at the top. You can see at the top.
Yeah, above the tree line.
Before I hit the trees, yeah. Did you see that dip? It just sank.
Wow, the clouds almost look like smoke.
Yeah, and this is so cool. No stick. It looks like I have a drone following in front of me,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But this is some of the fun stuff you can do while using these 360 cameras. So hopefully Peter and Chris make some really cool stuff with these. I'd love to see what they make,
Mm-hmm.
But the real example was showing how I took those clips earlier. I don't know if you saw it, Ed. I had one of my buddies hold my camera, and I took the clips from him and edited them together to make an incredible like 1 minute or 40-second clip.
You shared it on the stream earlier?
Yeah, did you see it?
I may not have seen that one.
It cut between the reverse shots, like the POV of the rider, and then this shot. I think that Sean's equivalent of hold my camera is Sean's equivalent of hold my beer.
Yeah. I'm going to share it one more. It's short. We'll share it, then I'll share because it's worth seeing again. It was so cool. It's really short. Enjoy this. It's so cool.
That shot right there.
And like I was telling Kelly earlier, Ed, that snowboard noise was actually just snowboard footage from 2 days ago. I went and I had some snowboard footage and I put my audio to it because there was no audio to that clip because I was recorded at 100 frames a second and it doesn't record audio on that for some reason.
It's really slow.
Yeah. And Kelly, you're the one who sent me the link to the Insta 360 contest, right?
Yes, I am.
I think I should send. No, I haven't entered yet.
Oh, you should send that in. Totally. Yes.
I think that should be the one I send in, right?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. That whole sequence is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you know I edited that all together like 10 minutes too.
You know, the other thing you can do with 360 cameras that's interesting is interviews. You place it in the middle, and then you can cut back and forth between two people talking to each other, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
I like to call that the 70s show effect. You know, like when they're at the table and it goes from each person on the table.
That's a pretty good idea. That's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, put it in the middle of your dining room table. Somebody has committed murder.
Well, and that's for my tattoo channel. My plan was to actually have a couple of 360 cameras set up and just record with those, and then I could edit whoever's talking. You
could have it attached to the needle, you know.
I can't tell you, but I'm working. I've got a script. I've scripted a video. I almost never do that, but I scripted out another one similar to the tampon delivery video, but totally different subject.
Classic.
And I'm trying. I've got to do it while the pandemic's still a thing. Okay. Because it's going to feed off of that, and it would be so funny. Ken Herron actually gave me the original idea.
Must be wacky.
It's wacky. It's going to be fun. Let's see. I'm going to find these couple clips to tell you about what happened.
We're finally going to see this drone drop out of the sky. That's why I stuck around.
You see it? Where the hell did I put it?
Chris with Sunrise Water Media wants to know if you'll be wearing a wig in this video.
Probably not in this one, though.
Maybe.
No, but I do have a guest person that's going to act in it with me. Now, where did I put these clips? I'm looking. Okay, so let me just tell you what happened, and I'll show you this one clip. Actually, there's two clips here. I can show you these. So I was flying. Actually, I need to pull up. I can't show you some of it. Kelly, give me a second. Let me find it for you. I know where I can go. So I'm making a full video about this later. I'm making a video about the drone falling out of the sky. Mm-hmm. What happened, what DJI did. And they did get back with me, by the way. They told, there's a lot of people in the comments of this video saying, oh, you dummy, you flew it in the snow. That's why it fell out of the sky. Well, it's not. I fly in the snow all the time for years now. And our snow is very dry and fluffy. It doesn't ever make water on the drone ever here, ever. Not even like 1% of the time. So it wasn't that. They actually got back to me, and I had an ESC, failure, which made one of the motors stop. And when that motor stopped, the drone flipped, which shut off all the motors, and it just right out of the sky.
Wow.
Luckily, it was only about 6 feet off the ground, and it landed in a pile of powder, right? So that was a good thing. So it wasn't completely damaged. The gimbal has a little shaky on it now. But it would fly again after that. I was able to get it to start again, and I did a test flight with it. Everything was good. And I was going to just keep it because I hate dealing with, DJI support. But I'd be honest, I didn't feel comfortable not knowing what happened fully. So I sent them the logs and decided, you know what, we need to send this back to you because I can't be flying this and it fall out of the sky and hit something or just be gone somewhere in a mountain. I can't get it back. Mm-hmm. So let me just fast forward here. And I was actually making a video. I started out, there was no wind really blowing. It's very nice conditions. Wasn't very cold out. Little bit because the wind kicked up and that, the wind chill when there's snow out becomes pretty cold, but it still wasn't that cold outside. And I'm just flying around. I'm just trying to get to the right spot in the video here. Here we go. That's close enough to it. Let me turn the audio on and share the screen. You're gonna love this. And the drone's you'll see the warning message, and then poof, it just falls. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I was basically doing, the new update on the Fly app on the bottom left corner. You can see the attitude. Well, I was basically doing a video to show. You see how leaning it is?
Forward.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Pretty severe.
Is. Whoa.
Yep, right there.
And it just completely fell out of the sky.
Are you on the lake?
Totally just died.
I'm right next to it.
Okay.
But look where it landed.
That's exactly where I brought you guys out.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, it looks like a poor little dead bird.
When you fly over the lake or something. I've flown in weirder conditions than this, so I'm not quite
They just blow the snow. It comes right off.
It just happened.
But yeah,
Power's
so
still
let me
on.
rewind it a little bit because I was showing.
These are snowboarding gloves.
Oh, there you go,
I'll
Ed.
link
There's some
in
gloves.
the description below, and another
Yeah, let me
video
get
I
that
went
link.
on
I'm
how they are
gonna search for that
So
video.
we're gonna land right here.
So
I don't
you
know if you
see
can tell.
right there the home
Far away.
point. When you land
And
and
now
you
the
take
home point is
off,
still back
your
here,
home point
but
changes.
when we take
So
off
that's.
again,
But see how I'm in the snow. This is what everyone was like. Oh, you got snow in the motors.
notice the home point has been
Right? See the home point change.
We're gonna go ahead and turn it around, bring it back, and switch it back over.
And I
Attitude.
always
Notice
get
how
the
well
wrong
gloves just
altitude.
work.
It thinks I'm
I'm
much
sensitive,
higher
I'm
than I
telling you.
actually am. So
We're
I've
gonna
been
bring
having
it back towards
IMU
us.
issues with this thing
But
since I got
notice
it.
as I'm coming forward, how sideways it is. Whoa! And it's just completely.
Wasn't expecting that. Like here's the
Notice
shot
as
of
I'm
my
coming
face.
forward, how sideways it is. Whoa!
So that was the reaction from that. I didn't actually get it to come. I didn't get it to, on film falling out of the sky, but you can see it actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
So DJI got back with me, but at the same time, I had everybody in the comments, or a lot of people in the comments. You know how people get in the comments.
Right.
You're an idiot. You flew it in the snow. You deserve it. Blah, blah, blah. You didn't know those winds were like that? And like I said, when I started it, the winds weren't like that. But I was already halfway through filming, or maybe not halfway, but I was into filming. And you know how it is when you're into filming, you want to finish what you started.
Right.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than starting a video and not being able to finish it.
Yeah. So I've got the video follow-up that I'm making that's going to show what DJI found out and all that. And it's going to be my drone fell out of the sky. So stay tuned for that one. And then I have one to answer all the questions to the people that said, you shouldn't fly in the snow, saying, can you fly your Mini 2 or your drone in the snow? And of course, the answer to that is yes. And I've got tons of footage in the snow that I'll share, and I'll talk about that. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek since this is late at the show. We don't have as many people here, so we'll share these 2 shots. I got a lot of shots. I did this for a while, and I didn't want anyone to see this until after DJI found out that it was a faulty error with the drone, because I didn't want anyone to think, oh, this is what caused the problem. But the drone was sent in, whatever. They were checking it out. The log was sent in. The log's dated. So this has nothing to do with that. But this will prove that it can handle the snow like you wouldn't believe. The little Mini 2 is a beast. And I'm gonna show you this. Let's see. I think this is the correct one. Yep. It's a little blurry. For some reason, my autofocus was not working. But watch this.
Woo! Look at that.
Is that a part of their official QA process? How does it handle a shovel full of snow from the bottom? Let's see.
Well, pretty good.
I did a ton of shovels, just threw it way up so it drizzled down, and I was like, we need something a little more extreme.
Right.
And so
I thought that would have fallen down, but it actually recovered and it kept flying.
I got one. I got one for you, Sean. Skylar, get Skylar and some of her friends, and you let them all throw snowballs at it. And the first one to hit it with the snowball wins.
I'm going to probably have to buy a second one. But yeah, here is the same exact throw of the snow. I've got plenty of other ones that'll be on the video, and as well as flying in snow and all that to show people the differences in snow. And I'm going to obviously put a disclaimer not to do this crap at home. And if you live on the East Coast, I would probably not do this with the snow you have on the East Coast. It's a wetter snow. It melts. It's totally different. Right. But check this out.
Sean's
different point of view. Oh. Let's watch that again.
Wow. Dude, you need to do that at 120 frames a second.
I was gonna say, I thought that might be slow-mo. It's not slow-mo.
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking.
Oh, we have a lot of drones. We could do that in slow-mo. That's for sure.
I'm telling you, snowballs. Like, you just put it up there. You let the kids all just throw a snowball at it. You hit that with a 120 frame camera. That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. We'll see. Maybe I'll make enough money off of the Mini 2 is, cheap enough. Maybe I can get a video that does well enough that I can do that. That would be pretty fun.
Or get something like a Tello, even if you want to go really cheap. Get a
That
couple
is
of those in
true.
the sky.
I bet the Tello would fall right the hell out of the sky if a guy was.
It'd be a different type of contest. It would be a different type of contest for sure.
That'd be like a spitwads.
But it might be interesting. There was an interesting thing going on. It was just being, I don't know if it's released yet. It might be in pre-order, where you take an FPV quad and there are laser systems where basically you're flying around and dogfighting and aerial combat with your friends. I think there are a couple different variations that have been released over the years, but there's a new one out. I'm trying to get my hands on it, where it attaches to the front of your FPV quad. And you have a couple of these units and you're flying around and you're able to basically have a little midair combat with your friends. It's a pretty interesting idea.
I mean, that's what we used to fly in California when I lived there. We had combat gliders, RC combat gliders made of EPP foam the purpose of them was to hit your other friends and knock them out of the sky.
You guys, I don't know if you ever saw this, but Kai, who is Lone Star UAV, he hit my little toothpick 4S with his big 6S 6-inch at very high speed, and it bounced off into the woods. And I got the whole thing on video, both points of view, actually. I put that video out for my channel members, but I need to put it out for everybody because it was so good. Yeah, Sunrise Water Media says Kai is such a bully.
Come to think of it, I just had a midair collision yesterday with a FPV wing.
Really? Were you chasing it, or just you have
no? Well, I was chasing him for a good minute, maybe 2 minutes, and he didn't even know I was doing it. But we were friends, and he's cool with it. And then, I broke off and started doing my own normal little freestyle. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom! And I thought I knocked him out for sure, but he kept going.
Those wings, man. I mean, they're wings, right? So they just keep flying.
I'm surprised that it worked so well. Yeah.
The most fun, Ed, was I'll show you when you get here. I still have all of my old ones. I wouldn't mind converting one into a long range thing, and you would actually probably be able to help me figure that out because all the technology is different now than what it was. You'll see the stuff that I have in it, and you're going to laugh when you see the old technology and the old motors in there, the brush motors and all that.
Hamsters and the rubber bands.
Yeah, running as fast as they can. But we had some with props on the back. So you would just occasionally turn those on to get some speed or climb up, and then you would turn it off and it would go right back to a glider.
Right.
And the best was when two of them were going up in the air and one would be corkscrewing and they'd hit, and one was going slightly faster and you could hear the prop go just cutting through the foam as it crossed it. And obviously they just kept flying.
Okay.
They'd get run over by cars. We'd fuck up we'd mess up and fly off into the street. Yeah, probably one F-bomb 2 hours later and the whole thing's demonetized.
That's all it takes.
And we would land in Long Beach and sometimes mess up and land in the road and a car would run over them. And as long as they didn't hit your servo, you could pick it up and keep flying.
That's handy. That's something. Yeah, I remember Chris Rollins. He had a quad get run over by a vehicle, and that was it. That was over. Yeah. I mean, the GoPro and everything, it was in multiple pieces, unfortunately.
Yeah, they don't have as much give as EPB foam, that's for sure.
Right.
Well, guys, we have been on forever.
2 hours, 22 minutes.
Yeah, I was not expecting it to go that long. I was thinking an hour and a half, but I had a great time. Hopefully everybody that tuned in had a great time. Our numbers are dropping compared to what they were. Once the camera was given away, I saw it deplete pretty quick. But hey, either which way, I'm stoked that we got to do this. I'm stoked that you guys joined me. Hopefully you two had fun. And I'm really sorry you're not able to make it this time, Kelly, but next time for sure.
100%. I'm sure I'll see you guys before the end of the year.
Yeah. IRL. And talk on the spin up. Are you going to do spin up as one? Or are you keeping it separate, spin up and spin down? Do you know yet?
Oh, I don't know yet. I will definitely have an answer by May. Like it's kind of when I've announced it every year, and it will be in the fall or the winter of this year. So, I think still kind of waiting to see how this vaccine rollout goes and all that stuff, because I think that's going to make a big difference in how it happens. So I feel like we should know a lot more in the next month or two.
Awesome. Well, we'll spread the word for you.
I appreciate that. Hey, thanks for having me on, Sean. That was really fun. I actually never got tired. I'm usually like by 10 o'clock, I'm like, but
and I'm happy that everybody seemed to like the interview part, because that's what I really want every show to have. A little bit of
juicy content when you're talking to me. Juicy stuff.
Yeah. Well, and my urine seems to have absorbed back into my body. I don't even need to be as bad. So this is great. Now I know what my body can do.
Right down here.
I know what my body can do now. That's
Yeah,
great.
dude, you're a superhero. That's your superpower.
My eyeballs are a little yellow at the point, but yeah. Anyway.
All right, guys, I'm out.
All right. Okay.
Love you.
Take care. Have
Take
a
it
good
easy.
one.
Bye. Thanks to everyone in the chat who watched. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. And and if you can join me on Friday, I'm going to have Doc Murdoch on Speed Dial. Doc Murdoch will be talking a lot about remote ID. So if you want to know more stuff about remote ID from a guy who knows a lot about it, tune in on Friday to Speed Dial.
And before you go, the people in the audience, sorry we did not get a chance to talk about the DJI FPV drone in any kind of detail.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Maybe another time. Later.
He's out of here. He's out of here. I guess I'm out of here too.
All right. Ed, it's good to see you. We'll get you on. Well, you know what? Let's do your interview when you're here.
Yeah. Get
We'll
some questions.
make the camera set up. Maybe we can get a second camera. If you have an HDMI camera and you bring it, we can plug it into my HDMI Mini and have two cameras pointing out.
I just got this one. It's the Sony SV1. And it's a very good camera, especially for autofocus, and it shoots 4K and doesn't overheat for being so small.
Nice.
Perfect camera. So I'm looking forward to giving this a shot, and I will definitely be bringing it.
It has HDMI out?
It has micro, but I do have a cable, so I could bring it. So micro to
full. You have an HDMI or an ATM Mini, so you could use that in your ATM Mini. You would be able to use it in mine.
Yep, I sure can.
So that would be great. Yeah, we'll set up two cameras and we can use it and flip back and forth between the cameras. That'd be a fun show. And we'll sit in front of different machines or something. So you can be Miss Pac-Man, I'll be Pac-Man, or vice versa. That'd be fun.
There we go. Looking forward to it, man. All right, well, have a good one. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Later. All right, guys. And that is the show. I cannot believe that my first real show lasted over 2 hours. Wasn't expecting that. That is not how it's going to normally be. We're going to try to keep these closer to an hour and a half in the future. We've got 4 winners for stickers, and we've got 1 winner for the Insta 360 One X. And I want to thank you all again. And keep your eyes open. I'm going to be doing more content with the X2 Insta 360, as well as the GoPro Max, a little side-by-side video as soon as my GoPro Max gets back from GoPro, as well as we'll do those update videos about the Mini 2 falling out of the sky, as well as the Mini 2 in the snow. And I appreciate everyone who is active in that chat. That means the world to me. I know it means the world to Kelly and Ed and all of us that make these videos, to see everyone talking, getting to know each other, because it's hard when we have guests to focus on the chat so much. It really is. It's much harder than I thought. Now I'm able to see it. And Doc, I see you're still here. And I appreciate that you stayed you were here for most of the show, if not all of it. So I appreciate that. Same with Chris, Sunrise Router Media, Verdale. I probably pronounced that wrong. Fly Zone Drone. You guys had me on your show, and I appreciate you coming over and spreading the love over here. Joe Powers, you got really close to winning. So being on that winning list, you were super close, man. So I appreciate you playing, and everybody else, I definitely appreciate you coming. And you guys have a wonderful night. The next show, let me tell you when it's going to be. Like I said, it's the 1st and 3rd Monday, because I cannot commit to more than that. We are on the 18th. So the next show will be February 1st, it looks like. And then we will have the next one on February 15th. We're going to have a special show on February 22nd with Ed. And then it goes back to March 1st, and it's the 1st and 3rd again and again and again after that. I've written them all in the calendar, so hopefully I don't forget any. If things come up, there might be the chance that I don't. And if this starts going better and better and better, then we might start doing them more often. But 1st and 3rd is probably what it's going to stay. Again, I appreciate everything. Lots of stickers to mail. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. No, love you all. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night, and I'm out of here. See you next time. Why didn't it?